You two ready?
Yeah.
Ready when you are.
Time to fake it till we make it. And fake it till you make it is, of course, a popular phrase out in Wildreach. The Wildreach being the expansive space the furthest from the core that still has access to the Echo Gates. The Venus network of faster-than-light Wayfarer transit that brings you from place to place among the stars. Moving faster than light, of course, is a strange experience for any terrestrially born creature, and while some of you may have been born in space, or some of you may have been born terrestrial, I'll leave that to you. What I will tell you, for sure, is that the Wildreach is a place of freedom, as much as it is a place of danger. Most things in the Wildreach aren't pretty. Things are rusted, things are stained, things have strange animal smells from the various generations of captains that have owned it before. A lot of the tech out here is older than your parents. But it works. It works because there is love in it, and there is care in it, and because it grows character in a way that injection-molded plastic never will. The smell of the burning rocket fuel on the afterburner becomes like second nature to you here. And in this space of freedom and danger, our heroes, such as it is, find themselves in a situation that has gone, as the spacers say, tits up. Laser fire fills the corridor, hazy smoke of explosions rattles the bulkheads around you. The thrum of the ship's engines vibrates the floor, but something is wrong. There is a high-pitched, keening sound that has joined the healthy rumble of the engines. The freighter that you are on board is in trouble. Now, the two of you aren't supposed to be on board this freighter. There was a little bit of a mix-up, and by a mix-up, I mean a couple of missiles that may or may not have struck the ships that you were on previously, some 3 or 4 days ago. And those missiles may or may not have destroyed those ships, and you may or may not have been ejected briefly into the void of the wild space, the void of the Wildreach. And you may or may not have been scooped up by some, what were originally described as well-meaning rescuers. They turned out to not be so well-meaning. After doing a little bit of image recognition on one of the two of you, and I will leave this vague, the captain of these spacers, who are, for the most part, varying degrees of dog, I should say. Bulldog, pit bull, there's a really small Sheltie kind of yapping around, about 3 feet tall, have identified you as people of worth, and have thrown you into a disused medical bay. And there you have sat, the two of you, across from one another, for some number of days, something to the tune of 3 or 4. Occasionally, a small plate of food is thrown in, or water is thrown in. You are allowed out to see the bathroom under watch of a very large and burly bulldog who waits outside of your makeshift cell. And you know you are in transit somewhere. But now, things are a little chaotic, and you're not entirely sure what's going on. You can tell the ship is taking fire. But we are going to roll initiative.
Oh.
So, I'm not 1,000% sure how to roll initiative on the sheet, but in Pathfinder 2, it is a perception roll. And you will see it probably separately from the other skills, right?
Yeah.
Actually, just underneath the perception box on our character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, rad.
What does it mean by use a skill for initiative? That's kind of neat.
There are certain scenarios in PF2 and Starfinder 2 where you will use a skill rather than your perception skill. The example is like, if you are sneaking up on an enemy, you could use your stealth for initiative, for example. Or if you're in a social situation, you're doing like a Wild West style shootout, you could use like intimidation for initiative.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will add a couple of rules as well. Wow, the interface is much nicer for these than it is for the usual Roll20. It's more polished than Roll20 usually is. Little shortcut for you. If you're using Roll20, hold Alt, double click a token, it brings up their character sheet. It's very easy. So the ship is taking fire, and we have the two of you really both rolled a 22. Who's got the higher dex among the two of you?
My dex is +4.
Where are my
should be at the top.
I'm +1. I'm +1.
Right.
You're probably better than me.
So, your guard, a very large bulldog by the name of Borf, who you met over the last couple days, is actually, he's grown to take a bit of a liking to you. He's a little simple. He's not a complicated man. But you hear him yelling, "Stay put! Stay put there! Don't leave! Don't go anywhere!" But you note Rylan, that with a quick spark, a flash of light, the room you're in plunges into darkness, and the door actuation panel, the control panel for the mechanical sliding door that locks you into this medbay, lights up on emergency lighting. Rylan, in this moment, you can hear the sound of the engine. And now both of you, Scott and Noel, you have both been on ships that have gone down before. There's a particular shuddering sound that the bulkhead makes when the air begins to rush in between the outer and inner bulkheads. It's a very unique sort of hissing, rumbling, shuddering sound, and you are feeling that now, like a boat taking on water. It's something that, as old as time, your ship is taking on vacuum. You have limited time to get out of here. Rylan, please describe for the audience what we see as you take your action. Now, and remember,
absolutely.
I don't know if you played Pathfinder. You've played a little bit. You have 3 actions.
Played a
on
little
turn.
bit. Okay. So Rylan is a raccoon. She has kind of grown up in a life of crime. She is sneaky, a little bit of a bandit, a little bit of a rogue, if you will. She is also really good. She's learned a mastery of computers and especially hacking. So the first thing she's going to do is run over to that control panel and kind of investigate it. You said it's lit up. What am I seeing on that panel?
So normally the panel's got a number of buttons and controls on it, everything from climate control for the med bay to communicator with the ship's bridge and things like that. Right now, what you're seeing is, rather than the display screen showing something, you're seeing the display screen is fully blacked out. There are 3 physical buttons set into the frame on the left side, kind of down the side vertically, and a single red emergency LED glowing softly at the top of the panel.
Okay.
So as far as skills go, I would say if you're moving over to the panel, that's gonna be your stride. That's one of your 3 actions for the turn.
Right.
This could be a computer's, or this could be a what is the skill for mechanical technology in this system? This is a Starfinder thing.
It could be. Is it Infosphere lore, or is that just?
No, probably not.
No, that's a lore check essentially.
I would say thievery would also be viable.
Got you. But I think
I will ask you to spend an action on making a roll to kind of diagnose the situation.
I will absolutely investigate that. Okay. I rolled a 20 plus a 7.
That's a natural 20?
That is a natural 20.
Alright, so cool thing about Pathfinder and Starfinder 2e. There's a target number, which in this case was 15. If you beat the target number by 10, it increases your success rating by 1. If you fail by 10 or more, it decreases your success rating by 1. So a regular roll could become a crit if you beat it by 10, even if it's not a natural 20. If it is a natural 20, it's a crit anyway. Rylan, this is a Zentech 24 panel. This has 4 lead wires and 1 ground. This is connected via a radio frequency remote to a master panel somewhere in a security room. I will say, with a critical hit, you recognize this as a particular emergency mode. There's a key combination you can press using those unlabeled buttons along the side to put it into diagnostic mode. Alternatively, you could open the door. Alternatively, if you give it a power source, you could use this panel to remotely access the ship's core security from here. On a natural 20, you find this pathway open to you. But it would take another roll.
I absolutely will
There
do
would be
that.
more risk of failure. If you failed at that, you would potentially trigger a security response.
I think I want to try it anyway. Let's
Alright,
do
that's
a
definitely going to be a
computer's
computer's roll.
That is probably not good enough there. There we go. Fun.
That does look like a 9. Now you can use a hero
That
point
is
to
a 9.
re-roll if you want to. Or you can take the 9.
Say that again.
You can use a hero point to re-roll that, or you can take the 9.
I want to use a hero point to re-roll that.
Oh,
That's better.
A 17! While
Yeah.
not a critical success, it is in the realm of success. Rylan, you spend your third action this turn. So, Rylan the raccoon, with her kind of slightly, like shredded looking jacket with the sleeves torn off, she sets to work. She slips up out of one of the panels in the med bay, a small sliver of metal and a couple of tools she's been working on for the last couple of days, and slides them behind the panel and presses a couple of buttons on the side of it. Scott, you're sort of just watching as she works, and it takes about 15 seconds in total. And you watch as she kind of grabs like a rag or cloth from the med bay, and uses it to pull a heavy metal conduit from deeper in the bulkhead. She's fully like wrist deep behind this panel at this point, and she pulls a metal conduit from deeper in the bulkhead and like hooks it onto something on the back of the panel, and there's another shower of sparks. But the panel screen lights up, and it says, security audit mode, initiate. And Rylan smiles. The next up, Scott, you're kind of tucked into the corner here. What do people see, and what do you do?
So you see Venkish. He kind of resembles a humanoid, like praying mantis. He's got like really big, expressive red eyes. His shell is kind of like an iridescent purple. He's wearing like an old like trench coat, like a private eye kind of detective trench coat, with like gauntlets and space boots on underneath. He's watching Rylan do this, and as the lights kind of flicker off and come back on, he speaks to Rylan, but she hears it in her head because he is able to speak to her telepathically. And he just says, "Whatever friend Rylan is doing, friend Rylan should hurry. This is beginning to seem this is beginning to look a lot like the Ascalon job, and you remember how that ended."
Don't worry, darling. I got this.
I will.
Rylan is very confident in her ability and kind of shrugs off dismissively his concern.
Also, I'm still in space. I can't see. Is that?
Oh my god.
I'm still floating in space.
Gamers, I'm so sorry.
You're
Okay.
good.
We're all seeing, I don't know what you're doing wrong. Me and chat, we're all seeing the map, right?
We messed up.
I don't know what's wrong with these two.
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. I just like being in open space. Like we were in open space at the beginning of the camp of the story, and now we've been put in a ship.
I was like, the lights flickered, so we still can't see stuff. It's understandable.
Yeah, so the illumination in the room right now is coming from the panel in front of Rylan. The lights in the medbay terminals have all turned off.
Okay, and Booth is outside.
Yeah, Boof is outside. Boof is yelling, "Stay down! Stay put! Don't try to get out!"
All right, darling.
And you hear the sounds, the sounds of laser fire outside.
Vankish is just going to kind of, again, speak to Rylan telepathically and just kind of say, "How long does friend Rylan need to complete operation? Do you require a distraction, or will you be able to complete your alteration?" He kind of raises his clawed fingers. "Alterations in a prompt manner."
Rylan will try to remain calm as she can and just be like, just give me a second, darling. I got this. But how long would she have to be able to further access? So like she rolled, so she should be in the I guess it would be next turn, correct?
You are in the security audit mode. You are logged into this panel as if you were a administrator for the company, for Zentech, the company that made the panel. Which is sort of a security backdoor, a huge security flaw. It's something that people like you know how to exploit. Most people who build these ships don't have any idea. And once again, a lot of the tech on these ships is older than your grandpa. So, it's a little bit like the Wild West out here. So next turn you'll be able to do stuff for sure.
Absolutely.
I will say,
Okay.
then Quiche, if you are interested, there is the ability to ready an action in PF2 or Starfinder as well, which, as I recall, I don't know my cheat sheet in front of me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you spend 2 actions to take the kind of ready action, and then you can declare that you're doing something else to interrupt someone else's action. I believe it's 2 actions to do.
Yeah, can I ready a cantrip?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
And I will spend my 2 actions to ready the stumble cantrip, just in case. So for if Boof comes into the room.
So what class are you that gives you this cantrip? I'm curious.
I am a mystic.
So, magic. Magic exists in the Wildreach, but only rarely. It is a strange and poorly understood force that ties into the fabric of the cosmos itself. Emotion, raw and pure, flows through the ether into the Wayfarer, connecting the Echo Gates, and it is the means by which people travel faster than light, whether using a hook drive or a sling drive. They're traveling through the ether, through a place called the Wayfarer. And somewhere in there, in that inscrutable rainbow haze, is the emotion of a living creature. And Venkish, you are a mystic. You have a primal sort of connection to this. Your emotions manifest into this sort of power, and you've used, with your ascetic training, your mastery over yourself and your emotions and your feeling. But magic is a primal thing. Magic isn't something you can learn by twaddling your fingers around and saying a couple of magic words. Magic is something that has to always come from the heart. And so you feel this energy sort of building in you, and you ready. Sparks on your fingertips. The stumble cantrip.
He's gonna actually shout with his real words, "Do not worry, friend Boof. We will not leave the medical bay." And then immediately to Rylan say, "The moment friend Boof enters the room, I will engage him."
All right, so it is now Boof's turn. Boof, the bulldog. He turns around and says, "Hey, why's the thing say? Wait, what are you doing in there? Hold on, I'm coming in." And you can see Rylan on the other side. The button presses that Boof is inputting. It kind of happens faster than you can react because you don't have a reaction for this. And he presses some buttons, and a surge of energy sort of channels the emergency maglocks on the door release. It doesn't open on its own, but the maglocks release. So Boof is going to take a step action as well, which is a single action, allows him to move 5 feet. He's taken an action to physically interact with the panel, and he's going to take his third action to wrap his big old meaty paws on the inside of the door and start pulling it open. He's going to go ahead and make himself a strength check. And we'll see how that goes. That's a 20. So the door on its treads slides about 3/4 of the way open, Venkish, and you see Boof kind of look around, and he's got that one of those helmets that's sort of rounded on the top and has like it's got a little plume on it. Like these guys are kind of like a paramilitary force. And it's got a sort of yellowed visor that covers the whole top part of his face, and his big like bulldog snout sort of, and his jowls kind of hang out in front of it. But he is wearing like a spacer's jacket, which is made of like recycled sort of vegan space leather made of mushrooms. He's got a bunch of big heavy boots, and he does have a very heavy like wallet chain that he was very proud of, and you can see that visible as well. But right now you see his face. Venkish, you have your ready to action.
Okay, but he's only.
So what save am I rolling here? And what's my DC?
Okay, so stumble. It's a 16 reflex DC.
I'm gonna make me a reflex save. Oh, he's quite good at these. I think Boof probably
no.
is a little slower, actually, so I'm gonna... This is another GM trick here. Boof is a little slower. I want him to have a little bit of unique personality beyond the block stats. Boof is a little slower and a little tougher. So in my head, I'm gonna reduce his dexterity-based skills a little bit, and I'm gonna increase his resistance-based skills, but his constitution stuff. So he gets an 11 on this, which I do not think is enough.
No.
Wait, I should keep that up. This is a cool trick that you can use to add color to your NPCs. So the big guy falls prey to your cantrip. It's not a critical fail, right? At 11, your DC is not 21.
No, it's only 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is a fail. So what happens?
So he is off guard for 1 turn.
Off guard. This is a condition. In
Whatever that status is. He's -2 to his AC.
It's -2 to AC. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll make him off guard then. Let's go ahead and give him one of these.
Also, I think we're in ad break at the moment.
Oh, ad break. Wow, we're
Yeah.
totally in ad break. All right, let's take 5 real quick so I can go get another drink. And I'll see you on the other side. I'm coming out a little bit late on this one. I didn't realize we were in ad break. And most people have a sub anyway, but I'll see you two in 1 sec. I just gotta go downstairs and get another drink.
This is another fine mess we find ourselves in right now.
Steamer!
It's clear.
Ship duty.
Steamer! Read my message! I posted the chat! Look,
Do we
Streamer!
have any walk?
Message!
This way. We don't have any walking.
I like my message!
I like your message. Yeah, I like your message.
Are you
Bye.
going to stay here or we can them?
Oh my god. What is What?
There's no guns, it's just me. Am I the
I'm
last
sorry.
one standing?
I responded to you and everything. I was muted.
Ah! Well, we can give some color commentary on the clips while we wait.
Oh
So
goodness, no.
what's the play? Are we horribly murdering Booth, or are we trying to get past him normally?
I think that's a good question because in our other game, Andre would be against the murder and would want him just incapacitated. However, how are you feeling? Do you want? You know what? We could ask chat too. Are we
Yeah, I would
murdering
like-
Booth or are we knocking him?
I would like not to murder Booth. I don't think that's something Venky should do. But Booth is very big and very in the way, so
Yes, we at least got to knock him down.
Stop!
To entertain us guest hosts, we got this.
dance.
No raccoon, thank you. Sorry.
Uterus. It was a toss-up between Venkish or a cat man that I made called Rico, who was a mechanic who had a armored robot that follows him around called Little Rico. But I wanted to do the bug
All right.
because he
I
seems very
am
complicated
back,
mechanically, and
and
the bug
I
seems
am
very
ready to
considerably
repay
less
my debt.
Even
though it's not my debt.
complicated for a new campaign.
$1 million!
I cannot wait to see what we get into. I was talking about it last night actually.
Hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna go.
Last
back
year
on
was the
break.
first time I got to play a TTRPG in like 15 years. I hadn't played
Who the fuck are
since
you? Our meeting
3.5.
wasn't
I hadn't
until
played since
2
before
o'clock!
4th edition had come out. That was the last time I played a TTRPG until last year
Motherfuckers.
when I got to play Cyberpunk Red, which is a blast, by the way.
Somebody told me this game don't have jump scares!
One day.
What
Yeah,
the fuck is...
Cyberpunk is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it'd be interesting to
mute
make a
it?
character fall.
No,
It has now.
I was going to say
Oh, we're
the
just
song
between
ended,
songs.
I think. Yeah. There
Yeah.
it is. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna add a couple more things to the map here, because I am improving. This is a thing about, you know, when you're improving a TTRPG session, sometimes you gotta make changes on the fly. Usually, a good trick, as the GM, is to have the players do a little roleplay and discussion while they were talking about whether or not to kill or knock out Big Boof. That's Boof Doggerson, incidentally, is his full name.
Doggerson?
Boof
Don't give
Doggerson,
us his
in your
real
way.
name.
I would normally have been doing this next part. However, I was in the bathroom, so I am going to. Oh, it's not. Okay, hold on. Can I just do this? We're learning, right?
This is a learning
Wow,
experience.
that's.
Learning.
Oh, that's why the other guys weren't coming up. Because I had a filter on.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, hold on. I want to add this guy to the table because we're developing things as we go while we have the time. There.
Cool.
And they'll just stay over there. Okay, so back to initiative. We've got Rylan, we've got Venkish. We've got Boof, who is stumbled very briefly. So Venkish, what form does your magic take when you use this?
So this particular
Awesome.
spell,
My follows are anonymous, but that is a hell of a username. Thank you for the follow, gamer.
so basically, with this being a gravity-based spell, he basically weaves his hands. Weaves his hands, and his eyes begin to glow the same kind of color as the energy that's forming between his hands. And he basically, it's not even like an aggressive gesture. He just kind of gestures towards where Boof is. It's not like he's not like throwing a fireball or like throwing like a shard of ice. He's just kind of gesturing, like redirecting gravity almost as he like points the purple energy towards Boof.
There is a faint sheen of the same kind of iridescence that rims ships as they enter or leave the Wayfarer. You bring kind of like when you exit the Wayfarer, when you're bouncing out of like hook space or something like that, when you're doing faster than light travel or bouncing out of an echo gate. You trail this sort of plume of multicolored smoke that looks a little bit like the soapy sheen on a bubble being stretched out. And you see the same sort of iridescent rim light sort of just sort of faintly shine around Boof for a second. And as he's sort of leaning on the door, you watch his face sort of drop a little bit as his weight suddenly shifts. His center of gravity is scrambled for a moment. Rylan, you have one hand on the panel. Now you have been stripped of your weapons. They are in the next room.
Okay.
What do you do? It is your turn.
He looks a lot bigger than I am. Let's see, what can I do if I am? I could probably claw at his face. Honestly, I can use my my claws as a weapon to at least try to push him back so we can at least get out of the room.
Okay, so you're gonna go for a shove then.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to look up the rules on this.
Okay.
So this is a learning game. Shove is one action. You have to have
Okay.
at least one hand free. The target can't be more than one size larger than you. You are medium size. Boof Doggerson
I
is
am
also medium size.
Okay.
It's an athletics check against fortitude DC, it looks like.
Athletics against fortitude. Okay, let's see if that
Now, Boof
helps me.
is
in
pretty
this game.
hefty.
Right.
He is going to have a
I'm
little bit
gonna
of a
need
bonus to this.
a high number. That's not.
It's a
gonna
15
be-
versus a 15.
Yeah, so I have a feeling I did not push him anywhere.
In most D20 based systems in the modern day, we err in the side of the player. In this case, the aggressor, I believe, takes the win. Hold on.
Oh, good.
Let's find out. Hold on. Looks like ties go to the attacker in this case. But yes, they also are. Lance, just to cut in real quick, dog people are canonically a thing in Starfinder as well. There is a Pathfinder race that is pug people specifically. But so welcome to the Wildreach. This is a custom setting. So you succeeded. You succeeded by exactly 0 points.
Oh yeah.
So, on a regular success, you push your target back 5 feet. You can stride after it, but must move the same distance and in the same direction. So, he's got to be within melee range, so you'll have to take a step or a stride to get closer to him, which will be 1 action.
Right there. Yep.
And then push him back 5 feet?
Yes.
Like so?
Yes.
Are you traveling with him, or are you staying within range of the panel?
I feel like Ben could probably deal with him while I'm back on the security panel, so I will probably step back to the panel and try to get some more information. I'm assuming that I would probably be able to hack into a kind of like on-ship like camera system to be able to get a look at the rest of the ship and
yeah, you could do that with
happening.
an action. You're in security audit mode. You got full access to the cameras. You want to take an action and gain a view of the ship?
I will absolutely do that. Yes.
Okay, so a few things happen. You slam your full shoulder into Boof, and he says, "Oh, hey!" And then he starts to reach for what looks like a stun baton that he wears on his hip. It's sort of like a big, heavy club with like a yellow and black striping on the end of it. And he stumbles back, and he's still a little off balance. He's still got that kind of like iridescent like mirror sheen. Venkish, how long does that cantrip last? Is it just until your next turn?
It lasts until. Sorry, I was just looking at something else. It lasts.
I mean, you could look it up. It's an important question. It doesn't need to be answered right now before we proceed.
It doesn't really say. It doesn't. So I guess they fix themselves
for the rest
by getting
of his
up.
life. He's off balance. He goes home to his boyfriend, and his boyfriend's like, "Hey, buddy, what's wrong?" The golden retriever puts his hand on the side of his face, and Boof takes off his helmet, showing his perfect blue eyes, and says, "I don't know. I feel different." They go to the doctor. The doctor can't figure it out.
Cool. That's a hole in my heart that'll never heal.
Let me take a look. Causes the target to stumble for 1 round.
Yeah.
Off guard for 1 round.
Oh. Where does it say that? Just for my.
In the spell description that I have found, under demiplane specifically. The target becomes off guard for 1 round. If the target was flying, swimming, or floating, it falls 10 feet downward. It
literally just says it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, that's okay. We're learning. This is a new system on all of us. None of us have played this before. Exactly. And I'm immediately enchanted, by the way. I'm very much enjoying this. So, Rylan, on your 3rd action for the turn, you kind of lean back. Because, like, you can't split up your move in Pathfinder and Starfinder 2. Right. So once you've stopped a stride action or a step action, that's it. And you'll have to take another action to move again later in your turn. But you can reach the panel from where you are. So you kind of lean in, and you're like swiping across the panel. You're swiping through like security audit, check-in logs, patrol, current duty roster, shipping manifest, cameras. You slap cameras, and there you see 3 different feeds. One is the feed in the medical bay where you are right now. The medical bay. You can see Boof from behind, you can see yourself, you can see Venkish, and you can see sort of the distortion on the camera that is common evidence that there is magic at work in the area. Because again, magic, kind of rare, kind of mysterious force in the Wildreach, right? There are signs that magic was did here, and it screws with electronics a little bit. And there are schools of magic that specifically work with electronics. That's a story for another day. You swipe again, and you find the bridge feed. And so the captain of this vessel is Wolf. She is tall. She's like 6 foot something. She wears big black boots. She's currently got her hands like clasped behind her back, and you can see her hand kind of flexing and unflexing, like clenching a little nervously. And she has like a sort of captain's hat on, which she has pulled off and is holding in her hand. She's sort of in her offhand. She's sort of like flapping it. She's nervously stimming, and you can see she's looking out the sort of bridge canopy of the ship, of this sort of freighter. And she's definitely like a military person and not like a freighter captain. So definitely this was not just a freighter that took you in. This is probably mercenaries. It's probably the most intel you've gotten on them in the meantime. Probably a mercenary organization of some kind. But you see flashes of light from the camera angle. You can't see out the front view. You can't see out the bridge sort of, what would you call it? The bridge window? The kind of bridge bay window.
Yes.
But you see flashes of green and purple, strange energies outside. And you see a couple of other bridge crew kind of working sort of hastily, frantically, wearing like the white garb of non-combatants. And then you swipe again, and you see the corridor to the north, which is, it's labeled as Central Corridor, or Central C1, I should say. And you see a couple of guys there in a laser fight, with a ever-widening hole in a door to the east. If you hold shift and click and hold in Roll20 and you are the GM, it will zoom all of the players' cameras to your location, which is a useful trick for Roll20. You can see just barely cold blue mechanical lenses outside. You can see the kind of hexagonal grid of a projected energy shield coming up when the laser blasts hit the hole, and then you see the hot orange of a cutting laser. There are machines cutting through one of the doors, one of the corridors in the ship. You also find a couple of the people out in the hallway have already fallen prey to machines. You see discarded scraps of smoldering metal, but a couple of folks are already down. Their bodies blistered and burned. These dogs, nobody let them out. They were let go. So Rylan, that's gonna be your turn. Venkish, it is now you, my Mantis Mystic. What do you do?
Okay. Venkish is gonna watch Rylan like shove Booth. And he's gonna kind of look around. Is there anywhere in the med bay that's like just like exposed metal? Just like
loads
paneling,
of it. So there is the interior of the ship is very much like exposed bulkhead chic. You see the kind of like angled corners, like because the difference between like a fantasy setting, right, square wall, sci-fi setting, you like bevel the corners into like, you know, angles, and that's everywhere. There's these heavy arched bulkheads, bulkhead like pillars, like 8-9 inches wide of metal. And those arch over top of another bulkhead, like the broad flat surface of the interior bulkhead. Then over like halfway up it is this sort of like plasticky vinyl sort of decorative coating that is like colorful to kind of identify which deck, and that's usually kind of like an off-white, like a drywall color. This ship is very like low tier frontier chic, so there's lots of exposed metal. Now, I will say, well, I won't say. I will leave this to you. There's also, of course, a big medical analysis terminal. There is a big kind of med bay, like emergency bed for triage and surgery and things. And there is on the ceiling a sort of outdated robotic surgeon. It's like a large ball with like a bunch of like sort of hinged arms coming off of it, and drills and cutting implements and little suture needles and things like that. It is currently wrapped in plastic, having been sanitized, kind of loose plastic, but that is available to you as well.
Okay. He's going to kind of look around and kind of like glance underneath the desk like for a second and just look to
loose
to
cotton
Rylan,
swabs, tongue depressors, squeaky toys, dog biscuits.
He's just going to sigh and go, not much to work with. And then Rylan said she's going to hear Venkish say, pushing good, but friend Rylan needs something a little bit more. May I take your hand? And he's going to place one hand on, like, he's going to remove one of his gloves, place one hand on the exposed metal, and extend his other hand out to Rylan. If she'll take it.
She will.
Okay. His hands are going to start to glow again, and I am going to cast my Epiphany Elemental Weapon.
Ooh!
And create a metallic, simple weapon for Noel. For Rylan.
That's awesome.
It says you create an advanced martial or simple weapon out of elemental energy. I've been scrambling to try and find like weapon blocks. I think there's one. Yeah.
Weapon is tactical grade and comes fully charged and loaded with basic ammunition.
Yeah.
And I figured out, I think, why Paizo is removing its licensing from the AON, because all of the Google results are immediately to Demiplane.
Oh.
I own the books on Demiplane, so this is okay. I think it is a disappointing choice, although I understand the desire to make money. I will say it's very convenient. So weapon blocks. Starfinder 2. Martial weapons.
I found the fast felt blaster, which seems to be a level 1 gun that seems regular, but I don't know. Because I don't know what the restrictions are. Because I was like frantically googling it while Rylan was pushing Booth over.
I will say Raylan typically has a laser pistol. Would that be something that would do well as an elemental weapon?
Items. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, because I found like fast felt blaster is a light blaster that's level 1. That seems close to appropriate, but I don't know if there's anything better I can give it.
I don't have any items that are blaster. That must be from a supplement or something. I will say, for now, let's go with the laser pistol.
Okay.
The laser pistol is a simple weapon. It's 1d6 F, which I guess is fire damage. Is that right? I think that's right.
Believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're learning. We're learning Starfinder. It is a laser, and there's a critical specialization effect that I think you can get access to with certain class features. You don't have that part. So yeah, no, this is a level 0 item. So, Venkish, what does this look like as you form a laser pistol out of nothing?
Yeah, so basically, the hand that he's exposed onto the metal panel, he just kind of pulls it apart and it comes away, almost like a liquid, but floating in midair. And he kind of pulls it, and as he redirects it, he starts to raise his hand out of Rylan's hand, but still kind of close, and it starts to form the pistol around, and the metal that he's controlling with the other hand slowly like dwindles and depletes until the pistol forms in her free hand. And he just kind of looks through and just says,
it feels different, but it is shaped almost exactly like your laser pistol.
That is awesome.
Venkish, how many actions is that? Is that 2?
It's my Epiphany. I believe that's all 3.
Oh, I see. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Elemental weapon. Let me. Oh, it is all 3. Yeah. Okay.
Rylan's gonna look at her pistol and then back up at Venkish and say, "Darling, I could kiss you for that."
Perhaps later. First, we find the real thing.
Yeah, Venkish with his mandibles later. Perhaps later.
Perhaps later.
Sort of slavering bug jaw.
No time.
All right. Boof Doggerson, seeing the pistol, you watch as his ears kind of go back, and he growls. All right, if you wanna. And he's gonna double hand his club. He's gonna step into Rylan, and he's gonna take the attack action. So he has 1 action to draw the weapon, 1 action to step, and 1 action to attack.
Okay.
So here's the boy, and he's gonna make a melee baton attack towards Rylan. I'm looking at a 16. 16 probably.
All right.
Hits, right?
I'm assuming that I am unarmored, right?
We will say you were left with your armor, but not your gear. Unless your armor was, like, obviously combat armor. Like,
no, it's
you're
an
just, like, a leather
armored
wearer, right?
coat,
Like,
but it, yes.
if it's
armored
literally a coat, then they left you with it.
That, all right. Put that on. Okay, that didn't change my AC. I have an AC of 17, so it just missed. Missed.
Boof double hands his baton, smashes it into the doorframe. Sparks and purple energy fly everywhere. Rylan, you feel this sort of numbing tingle where the energy like shines on you, where he barely missed you. And the baton actually sticks to the metal for a moment, and he has to kind of yank it away. But he's a little off balance still. He's got -2 AC. Oh no, he doesn't. He's lost that anymore. Venki, I knew that.
Yes.
So yeah, that's his turn. Rylan, you're up. Round 3.
Let's see. I think Rylan is going to take a step back, one action.
Okay.
And
So,
she's going to take...
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Boof
Oh, does that get...
has a reaction for an attack of opportunity. If
Gotcha.
you stride out of his area, out of his threatened area, he can take this.
Okay.
You stepped.
I
Step does not allow this. You can only move 5 feet with a step, but it does not allow an attack of opportunity.
Good. Okay, goodness. Yeah, I just took a step back. I aim my laser pistol at him, and I fire. Not aiming to murder, but at least to take him down. So obviously, I'm not aiming for like his brain or his chest or whatever.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's a damage roll. You'll want to make an attack.
Let's do an attack. One. Where are
not
you?
seeing an
Attack roll.
Yeah, it should be. Oh, so in Pathfinder, and you may be seeing this. There is a split of 3 numbers for the attack roll in Pathfinder and Starfinder, and that is if consecutive attacks in a round have a penalty on them. So you'll want to click the highest number there.
Oh, gotcha. So this number. Okay.
Ah, I see.
So I hit him.
No, wait a second.
Well, maybe
So,
I hit him.
Boof Doggerson, in his commercial armored coat, has an AC of 17. Your attack hit a 27, which, while it is not a natural 20, is 10 points higher than his AC, which does make this attack roll a critical hit.
Okay.
So,
do we want to use the 4 that I rolled initially?
if you would like to, yeah. But it is gonna be doubled.
Okay, sure, we can do
And
that.
do we not add a modifier to ranged attacks in Pathfinder 2? Or Starfinder? That's actually genuinely a question.
That I don't. I forgot.
I'm gonna Google. We're learning. No, we do not. Okay. So yeah, we could double that. That's gonna be 8 damage to Boof.
8 damage.
Yikes. Boof takes a laser shot smack onto the chest, scorching a hole in his commercial armored coat. He stumbles back, he sort of sizzles a little bit. And his hand goes up and he sort of clutches at the hole and he pulls it back and there's like a little bit of char. You smell burnt fur. And he sneers and snarls, baring his teeth at you.
Oh, the gun that I gave her does an additional 1d4 metal damage.
Huh?
I should have said that.
That's the most metal thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah. That's why I had to make it literally out of metal. It fires, yeah.
So it's effectively a magic weapon you've created. So Rylan, since
incredible.
you did a crit, you can either roll the dice twice or you can just roll once and double it. Add a d4 to this. That is also doubled, I believe.
Add a
Right?
d4.
I know the weapon's base damage is what gets doubled on a crit in Pathfinder, I think.
Correct.
I'll look it up just to make sure.
I think we could double it with the 8.
Alright, let's see. If you critically succeeded a strike, your attack deals double damage. Period. Okay, so yeah, this gets doubled.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, add a d4 and double it, or add 2d4. It's your call.
Let's add a d4.
Yeah, just an additional d4. So you can do /R 1d4, or you can hit on the left side of the screen. There's a little d20 icon, and
Little
you can
D20,
grab dice
yeah.
from there.
I found that one. I got a
So
1,
that's
so
2 more
it's
damage.
2 more damage. That's not too bad.
This laser blast flies out, and there is like a sizzling hot piece of metal in the middle of it, kind of like a slug that you watch like sticks into the wound. So yeah, Boof snarls and growls, bearing his canines at you. Ryland, that's 1 action. So you have 2 more actions to take on your turn. Oh no, you stepped as well. So that's 2 actions. You have a
That's
third
2
action.
actions.
If you'd like to take another attack, it's at a -5, but you could do it again.
I could do it again. I think I'm going to do that. I got an 11.
Right. An 11 is not going to be a hit, though.
I didn't think so.
All right, so you fire off 2 quick laser blasts in quick succession. One of them strikes Boof in the chest, scorches a hole in his coat. The other one singes over top of his shoulder, kind of hitting the plasticky shoulder pad, sort of singeing the sort of yellow security guard pad he has on his shoulder of his jacket, and it sort of off onto the bulkhead behind him. Then Kish, it is your turn, round 3.
Okay. Sorry, just checking.
Yeah, that's
real
okay.
quick.
Yeah, we are all learning here today.
Yes.
Everything I've got's really. Okay. So moving is 1 turn, right? 1 action.
Yeah,
And then-
it's called a stride, specifically. You move up to your speed. Or you can step if you don't want to provoke, and that's only 5 feet.
Okay. So if I step to here, he won't.
He won't
Won't be able
anyway.
to do anything.
So I've
No.
again, GM fiat here, a little GM trick, and I'll expose this for the audience because they can all kind of see my, can I? Oh, I can remove these. That's amazing, actually. It shows his roll history on his character sheet.
Well,
in
that's
GM
cool.
view. I just realized what that is. That's really neat. I will say a little GM fiat. Normally, these guys have a different ability as a reaction. I've given him like the level 1 fighter ability because I felt it made more sense for Boof to have that than this. This is the ability these guys normally have is if somebody they're in melee with gets hit, they get a free hit as well. They kind of dogpile, which is appropriate for most of the guys. But Boof isn't a dogpiler. Boof is a bit of a lone bulldog. So yeah, you don't need to step in, but it doesn't matter. Either way, you're moving 5 feet.
Okay, so I move there. He's just gonna kind of look up to Booth and just say, "Apologies for lying about leaving the room." And he's gonna roll his sleeve up to like up past the elbow, and his hand is just gonna start to like mutate and grow into like a gigantic claw. And I'm gonna hit him with gouging claw.
Oh.
I would like to, is what I'd like to say.
You banged out this character so fast, and he has so much personality.
Right?
Where are we?
You
I need to
literally
make
banged
a-
out this character in 20 minutes.
I need to make a melee spell attack. How do I do that? Is that where it says actions touch? There's a +6. Is that what I need to
That's a
click on?
great question. I'm not familiar with this sheet,
Like
but let's
that.
take a look. Oh, yeah,
That
that's
looks
definitely the right roll.
That looks right?
Yeah, that'll be the right roll.
Okay. I take it that probably doesn't hit.
No, a 12 is, well, if it's a touch attack, I think Pathfinder does regard those differently. But Gouging Claw is definitely stopped by armor, though, right?
Yes.
Let's find out. 2E, Gouging Claw.
It's slashing and piercing, if that makes any...
Yeah,
Makes
range
any
of
never
touch,
mind?
defense is AC. Specifically, so in Pathfinder, every attack that you make has a defense listed. So you'll find like some attacks attack versus AC, some attacks attack versus fortitude, reflex, or will. So in this case,
Right.
the attack is against AC. So yeah, that's not gonna be a hit. That's a
Is
lot of
he
damage.
still classed as stumbled?
No. That's only one round.
No. Okay. Oh yeah. Cool. Lovely.
It wouldn't be enough anyway.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
heavy claw clatters down across his armored coat, and it gets kind of snarled and this sort of. So what he's got is like a kind of spacer's jacket made out of like the classic kind of vegan leather, right? But on the interior of it is a chain mesh, and you can hear it jangle. And you rip open kind of the leather part, but you hit this sort of chainmail underneath that the spacers wear. It's this real fine mesh, and your claw retracts, doing no damage.
That is my turn.
And it's Boof's turn. And he's gonna look at you and say, like, "You were my favorite bug!" Ah! And he's gonna lay into you with 3 attacks.
3. Okay.
He's a little emotional at the moment. 11, 16, and 4. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. He just slams his baton again and again at you, Venkish, and you are able to move and kind of duck and weave, and you get your kind of like chitinous arm up and deflect the first shot. The second one comes down on your shoulder. And you're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Thwap! Plus, there is a condition that the stun baton gives you. Let me grab it. You are until the end of your next turn. You are stunned 1. Now, what this means is you're losing 1 action per turn.
Okay.
Most conditions in Pathfinder 2 and Starfinder have a number associated with them, and they will stack up over time. So if you got multiple stunning hits, it would go stunned 2, stunned 3.
Yeah.
In this case, you're just stunned 1.
Okay.
Which I think is actually a cool part of the system. But he accomplished this by hammering you with every one of his actions. So we're back to Rylan now. Turn 4.
Okay. I feel like I'm kind of pinned in the room here.
You can shoot past an ally.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if I could
usually
shoot
give some
past
cover in
that.
Starfinder, but let's find out. I'll do a little bit of research.
Of course.
Shooting through another creature's space gives your target lesser cover. Lesser cover is a +1 circumstance bonus to AC. Cool. Nice and easy, Starfinder. Thank you for that. So,
Nice.
you're looking at an 18 to hit him now.
Okay, so let's do my elemental pistol. I think I hit, yeah.
Holy shit. It's almost a crit again.
It almost was.
That's wild.
All right. So I kind of use Vin's shoulder essentially to steady my shot as I fire past them to hit Boof in the shoulder. Let's say, dealing 4 more damage,
Ven.
metallic damage.
GM offer, Ven. If you want, spend a hero point to throw yourself prone, because you've worked with Rylan before, and I'll give you a reaction to throw yourself prone here as you hear the gun charging up behind you. You will start your next turn prone, but it will prevent Boof from having any cover and will convert this to a critical hit.
Yep.
So, you hear boo behind you of Rylan charging up another shot. You know what that means. You've had enough singed chitin plates. You throw yourself face down on the ground. Boof looks up. Huh? A blast from the metal pistol. This is a crit, Rylan, and remember to add your base damage and your metal damage.
Oh, right. That's another D4, isn't it? Let's do
Yeah,
that.
and Scott, I'll ask you to look up how long this gun lasts for.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Another one.
Okay, rad.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another 2 extra damage.
So that's going to be 10 damage total?
Yes.
So gamers, you may have noticed before when I did the damage to Boof, what I noted in the little bubble on Roll20 was his current HP. Which brings Boof exactly to 0. Rylan, you blast Boof, you boom, it hits him in the middle of the helmet. The helmet goes flying off. You see his perfect baby blues, and he goes tumbling over backwards. A singed bit of fur on his forehead, but not enough damage to put him into bleed out. He's just unconscious. His helmet clatters onto the ground nearby.
I'm gonna do the cheeky action movie catchphrase of bad dog.
Every dog aboard the ship groans and rolls their eyes, and they don't know why.
It's like the sneeze. It's like someone's talking about me, but it's the bad dog.
So, the battle outside of the ship is continuing. So, I think we're gonna leave initiative for a moment and give you guys a minute to catch up and do what you want to do in roleplay mode. But then we're gonna go back into combat if you encounter any more threats. So, Rylan, you know the captain is looking anxious up on the bridge. You know that there are some kind of constructs, some sort of robots, machines with a smooth white exterior and hexagonal field projectors. Extremely advanced technology for the Wildreach. And you know that you've just knocked the helmet off Boof Doggerson, who may yet live to go home to his boyfriend and their 3 adopted puppies.
No, stop adding things to his backstory. I'm gonna eat him.
No!
What?
Let him go. Let him
One
go
day,
home.
maybe I'll be Ginger Doggerson. And Boof says, yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that, Ginger. And his tail wags. Their tails wag together as they nuzzle. A glimpse of the possible future shown to you through the ether, Venkish. So yeah, what do the two of you do?
But the future refused to change.
No!
Surprise! He's a bad guy. No. Venkish is gonna get up from being knocked prone and just kind of mutter to himself, "How could I befriend Boof's favorite bug when I was the only bug? Statistically, not make any sense." And then look back to Rylan and just kind of point to the gun and say, "Will not last forever. We do need to make haste."
She nods, kind of nods towards the other room that Boof has been knocked down in. So see if you can find our gear. And then looks back at the panel at the can I guess it's hard for me to tell. Would I be able to tell if these machines that are fighting our captors are hostile towards like all life forms? Is that something that I would know?
I think that's probably a lore check of some kind. Not knowing what these machines are, you'd probably need to do some kind of recon on that. I would say, looking at your skills, identifying what something is in Starfinder, that's an interesting question. Because you don't have the classic Pathfinder, like, nature for Fae, Arcana for aberrations. So it would have to be, like, Infosphere lore, maybe? You have specialized, what is that?
You have specialized information on a narrow topic.
A narrow topic.
Did I not pick anything? Did it choose
recall
income?
knowledge. Untrained skill action. Recall knowledge. So
There
it's a
we go.
recall knowledge action.
Let's do that.
It's just like it is in Pathfinder.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's a
Well, that's a
natural
20.
20? Are you kidding me?
I cannot. I never roll this well. This is incredible. Let's
Okay.
go. I said before we started I was going to try to be the coolest character ever. You were faking it.
Rylan, a chill runs down your spine. You recognize what those mechanical creatures are, although you've only read about them. This is a being known as a sterilizer. A sterilizer is an ancient tech machine as old as the Echo Gates. These are things that move inscrutably throughout the universe and choose a target and eliminate it. Why? Nobody knows. They are as inevitable as death and time. And there are very high-level attempts by certain governments to control or bait the sterilizers. All of them have ended in tragedy. Whatever it is they're coming for, it's on this ship, and they'll probably work to dissolve the ship in order to sterilize whatever it is.
Rylan's gonna look at Ben and say, we need to get out of here by any means necessary.
Agreed. Sinking ship, not good.
Yes, we're in danger.
Propose we find escape pods. Find way off of ship.
That's a great idea. Let's see if we've got something. And I wouldn't have any other data. I think I've seen all of the cameras, right? Essentially the hallway here, the med bay, and the bridge, correct?
There are two other cameras involved. There is one exterior hull camera through which you can just see kind of flashing lights, and then there is a hangar camera or a cargo bay camera, wherein you saw a couple of crates and you see two small kind of shuttle style ships sort of mounted and locked. That would probably be your way out. This ship is not big enough to come with escape pods. This ship is escape pods are reserved for passenger or commuter ships, public-facing things, big yachts, and ships that are advanced enough to contain small and efficient escape pods. Escape pods are an expense that are just considered extravagant. It's like having a lifeboat on your speedboat out on the water. Like, unless you're traveling through international waters, you don't have a lifeboat. Same with this kind of freighter. This is like, it's like asking for an escape pod on an 18-wheeler, more or less. So, those two little shuttles are probably your way off. They're not advanced. They're kind of like triangular-shaped, snake-based shuttles by one of the manufacturers out in the core. A little outdated, sleek, fast, unshielded, not combat-ready at all.
Right.
As for which direction that is, nobody can say. Although on the camera feed of the cargo hold, you don't see any machines in it.
Got you. Okay, so I think the first thing we need to do is gather up our gear from this room here.
It's going to take you about a minute to gather it up. You go digging. You find, in addition to Boof's personal effects, a picture of his boyfriend, a data pad featuring a couple of houses that they've apparently been looking at together, as well as a DM with a person named Ginger's father asking for permission for something. You find your own personal effects kind of thrown into a plastic crate.
Kind of rude. Okay, so we gather up.
They left you with your clothes, so it's pretty much just like any data pad stuff that you have, any guns and ammunition, anything dangerous to put in the cell with you.
Yeah, essentially my weapons, and then I believe I have a hacker. Yeah, I have a hacking as well. So, okay, so we will, I guess, gather our effects. Then.
I will say I didn't have any equipment when we started because I only had money.
Right. When you go to your when you go to the rest of the character sheet, under the equipment tab, you can click Add Item, and just remember how much it costs based on your money. I don't know if the rest of the crew is going to be more focused on the enemy, or like the mechs that are fighting everything. I don't know if I'm going to need to stealth check, but we should probably check this door to the left of the room here, like down south.
Rylan, I would love for you to make me a stealth roll.
I absolutely can do that.
As you're attempting to take up a covered position. So normally speaking, a stealth roll is made anytime you move somewhere that you might potentially be visible. It's pretty demanding in PF2 and Starfinder. But in this case, you're taking up cover. I'm going to have this fellow make a perception roll opposed to you. All right. You remain unseen enough. You peek around the corner, kind of quick glance. So the door to the south of you is locked by the security system on the ship. It is full security lockdown. It is bulkhead-like emergency lockdown. You won't be able to open that without hacking it. And to your north here down the corridor, this other dog, this is like a Dalmatian-looking dog, kind of white and black spots. Ears back, slightly crouched, down behind a a portion of the bulkhead that sticks out, sort of like a reinforced thing, has sort of like a pistol up, ready, looking to the north, kind of looking away from you. And you hear more laser fire from the corridor to the north. You can see like flashing lights from the northern end of this corridor.
So we can tell that's very likely where the fighting is happening. I can try to do a hack on that door and try to get it open.
It's gonna be hard to keep that hidden. That dude is probably gonna identify that there is a hack.
Wonder if I'd be able to do it on the other keypad, but one in the because I was already hacked into the admin.
It's a good question.
Might cause a distraction. Get him to glance back, see nobody's there, and then. All right, Ben. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go back into the med bay, the panel that I was at, and I'm going to try to hack it from there. So that way, if it opens and it's loud, you won't see anybody there.
All right, Rylan, you go to access the panel and you see remote access takeover, and you see a progress bar. Somebody else is trying to take control of the panel from you. I'm going to ask you for an opposed computers roll.
Opposed computers roll. I got an 18.
I rolled awesome on this, in that I got a 9. You immediately shut out the other person trying to enter into the control of the panel. Nobody has remote control over it. It's you.
Oh, my headphones just died. Right. Say that again. My headphones just died on me.
Oh no! Are you here?
There we go. I'm back. Yeah.
Okay. So you go to the panel and you see like remote takeover, and you're like, oh please, and you're like boop 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 boop, and you lock out the other hacker, and you like look at the camera. Nobody on the bridge is reacting as if they've just been closed out of a security program. So you don't have eyes on whoever's trying to take control of this. But so you
suspicion,
have
and
you can swipe through. You head to door control.
Okay, and I'm going to try to open that door. Yeah, I'm going to open that door to the south.
So you open the door to the south. And you hear... Ven, let me ask where you are in this moment.
I've found my gear. I've bought myself an armored coat and an arc pistol.
Okay,
that was my
you
gear.
shrug on your armored coat with your extra... Do you have extra arms? Are you a multi-arm bug?
No, he's 2 arms. He's 2 arms.
Okay, some of the bug species in Starfinder have multiple arms, so I was curious. So yeah, you shrug on your coat. You get your blaster.
He's just going to kind of shout over to Rylan. Friend Rylan, what is our next move?
Where are you specifically while you're saying this?
Oh, he's just kind of standing over the the storage crates that had his gear in.
Okay, so you're like
after
here.
putting it. Yeah.
You hear the door in the hallway open. You can see from where you are, Ven, the Dalmatian guard kind of looks around and looks over, and you see he's got a helmet similar to Boof's, but you can't see his eyes going wide. You can't see the pupils dilating in fear. You can see the tail go down immediately between the legs and the ears flatten. And you can see the laser pistol come up in an effort to try to blast something. And you watch as from the south, a beam of sickly green energy punches through, about 2 inches in diameter, punches through the barrel of the gun, the dog's eye, and the bulkhead behind him. You hear this horrifying and there is a smoking hole out the other end of this dog. And then you hear heavy metallic footsteps. The sound of servos moving and a glare of angry red light.
So Ven sees that. I assume I don't see any of this. I just kind of hear it, correct?
You can't see it on the security cameras, no. No, the door you did open said lab access.
Great.
There don't appear to be any
Um,
cameras hooked into this security system that can see what's on the other side of it.
Nice. Not knowing what's happening, Rylan just kind of shouts, "You hear that door? That's where we're headed."
Rylan's just gonna hear in her head immediately. No, bad door, bad door, bad door.
That door? All right. I guess I should close that then.
Yes, please, close door.
All right, Rylan's gonna try to close that door before whatever monstrosity that is.
You're in
just
control.
to get- All right, let's close that door.
The door locks, the security seal renews. And Rylan, you sleep soundly tonight, not knowing what was behind that door.
Good. Yep. Sounds good. Let's see.
So it took
We
about a
have-
minute to get your gear, about another minute to get all situated to where you are and open and close the door. So you're about 2 minutes into Venkish's Epiphany spell.
Okay. And I want to lose this weapon. It's already done me really well. Okay, well, I don't think anything's out in that hallway anymore. So
You
I say...
you see a smoking hole in the Dalmatian's head.
Oh,
Still laser
okay,
fire
yeah.
to the north here.
With absolutely no clue as to who or what would have done that to said Dalmatian. It looks like the only direction to go. So I kind of wave Venkish to follow me. And let's try to get down this corridor.
All right, how are
Find
you
a way
approaching
out of
this? Are you charging down the corridor? Are you trying to sneak? Are you screaming out, stand down, drop your weapons?
No, I think we should probably sneak down that corridor then. I have stealth. I don't know if Venkish does. I don't have stealth.
no.
That's a natural one.
Oh no!
That's a nat 1. We gotta be real quiet. We can't be loud or let them find us down here.
So here's the thing. I was going to ask for a stealth-based initiative roll.
Oh.
I'm gonna put the two of you into. Hey, I can't move your token, Rylan. Can you do me a favor and move your token up, please?
I got you.
I have lost the ability as the GM
Oh,
to
no.
move your token.
My
There we
character
go.
sheet locked on loading as well. It might need to
That was
refresh.
Huh, that's very strange.
I'm gonna hit
So
refresh
here's what we're
and
gonna
come
do. There's my initiative tracker. There it is. Let's pull it. Let's break it out from over here. Let's put the sheet over here. Initiative tracker here. There's probably a macro for rolling initiative for a group, because there is on... Oh, roll 20! Oh, demiplane! Oh, roll 20! Okay, this is why people use Foundry. I'm gonna F5. I'm gonna refresh this.
Yeah, mine's still being funky.
Yeah, no, I do seem... I mean, it is an alpha feature. It makes sense. I would say try a refresh, because that worked for me.
Yeah.
Fresh.
We're gonna do a perception initiative. For that dude, that's a nat 20 on that guy.
So what am I rolling? Am I doing a stealth initiative? Or...
A stealth initiative, please, yes.
Stealth initiative. Sneaky.
Those guys are gonna act together.
Custom initiative. Oh no, that was bad actually.
Right, sorry, it's loading up my character sheet again.
Oh, it didn't add you to the turn. Let me give you a turn.
Oh, initiative.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, honestly, Swoos, so I've played Pathfinder 2. Noelle has played Pathfinder 2. We did like a little game before. I'm very experienced with Roll20. I know the reason I don't use Foundry is that I know Roll20 really well. I will say Foundry generally is objectively better. It does front load the work on the GM a little bit, but this is the advantage of having played together. We didn't need to do a session 0 because we already know each other. I know my friends' boundaries and quirks. Like, And this is just a system test. So kind of hitting the ground running, I think, is the best way to learn a new system.
Oh yeah, no, this is working.
Okay, so there you all are. There's a dog. It's kind of like a narrow nose, like a long nose, like maybe like a mixed Borzoi mutt, and has a carbine, like a long sort of carbine, with like a shoulder stock and everything, sort of crouched down, firing off a couple of plasma bolts off to the east there. You see them like calling out, like, "Hey, open it, come on!" You don't know who they're yelling at. In Initiative 14, the sterilizers get to move up.
Oh, okay. That's a funny name for a fun robot.
They're fun robots. They're fun robots that do fun things. You see a couple of lasers, sort of like these sort of green lasers, very much like the disintegrator beam that you saw earlier, Ben, cutting deep gouges in the catwalk of the floor. The guard is not, or the mercenary, I should say, is not hit by these beams, but they do kind of crisscross right over his head. Moving on. Venkish.
Okay. What I can see is the Snoopy dog firing at something.
Yeah, the mixed breed Borzoi. The advantage of running like an animal-themed campaign is that you get to do every animal meme, and we are starting strong.
Right. Oh no. Sorry, I had to hit refresh, and then as I hit refresh, it stopped to load. Because
nice.
Roll20 is the perfect system that never has any.
I mean, we're using an alpha right now. I hope this actually gets out of alpha eventually, because the new like D20 system, like the 5th edition system stuff that they added, is still in beta after like 5 years. So I'm really hoping that we get this one out of alpha, because this is cool. This is really promising.
Also, I worked on something a little bit here too.
Oh, so what's that? Sorry.
I said I worked on something a little bit here too.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Scott, I'm gonna DM you.
Aha, my thing is back up.
This is not no pressure. Just this is genuinely a temperature check. Okay. But yeah, Venkish, it is your turn as well. God, this music is awesome. Thank you, White Bat Audio. Remind me to like purchase some of their existing stuff. Oh wow! Look at Rylan. Wait, look at your Fugi.
I got her made.
Yeah. Let's go.
She's got her little arms crossed. It's cute.
I love this. That rules.
Okay. What is Vanquish gonna do? He's gonna
What
kind
is
of.
Venkish gonna do? Indeed.
How far? What's the range on my telepathy?
That's probably with your racial trait description. Your species trait, excuse me. Let's see, maybe I can find it before you can.
Yeah, ratio.
It's a race.
No, it's a species.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, it's failing to load again. really vibing on this music.
Right? I'm over here bouncing to it.
I mean, I imagine it's probably like as far as someone could hear a voice. So, like, if I shouted down a hall, they could probably hear, right?
I think pretty much for sure you can reach this dude. Here we go. Let's find out. Let me see. Feats and features. Psychic talent. Psychic talent gives you a cantrip. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool. Let's see. That's your supernatural bond. Mystic bond is your closest companions. You always know the general distance and direction towards other bonded creatures, their hit point totals, and if they're conscious, unconscious, dying, or dead. No, I'm like looking at a different thing.
Okay.
This is not the telepathy. This is just fucking cool. The Mystic Bond? That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know where you're... I guess it doesn't normally allow you to talk if Mystic Bond is what you're using.
Yeah.
I think I like the idea that you can talk, so we'll just play it forward with that.
Just like really.
Yeah, you can talk into people's brains. That's fine.
Yeah. He's just gonna shout.
Psychic shout.
Yeah, as long as he can psychic shout to the dog. It's something along the lines of, We have broken containment, but we do not mean you any harm. Please do not fire upon us when you see us. We are making our way down the corridor now. Please do not shoot us.
Go ahead and roll me a, I'm gonna call this a diplomacy roll. I'm gonna make you spend an action on this.
Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna have to roll it on the thingy.
Yeah, I'm putting a DC for this in my head. Cute raccoon. Yeah, that's Rylan. Rylan is from our home game that we play on Wednesday mornings. The Click Flint runs for us.
Sorry, my thing's taking a while. It's
that's okay. I mean, you can always F5 it, right? You can reload it if you have to.
Yeah, it's
and it does seem to kind of resolve it.
Yeah, it's optimizing character cache. It's working.
Ooh.
Let me just.
Well, it's the nature of an alpha feature.
Yeah.
Also, were you saying what the hell? I missed that. That's so sweet of you. What the fuck? I really like running for you. I wish you were free, man. You'd be in this game too.
He said it because it's true. Come on, please. Please.
What are you trying to do? I've got your sheet up.
Just roll the dice.
Wait, I'm curious. Try it now.
Like loading.
Close the sheet and restart it, maybe.
Yeah. F5 reloading. Roll 20 fully.
I'm wondering if it's because I was accessing your sheet. It is an alpha.
Yeah.
I have so many DMs. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna reopen roll 20 completely.
Okay.
We go that way. Sorry about this, guys. It's just not.
That's okay. I don't mind. The speed at which you would be a mouthy little rat, dude. When do you get home from work? We got 2 hours until Deltarune. When do you get home from work? Seriously.
Right. What am I rolling?
That's a great question. Diplomacy.
Oh.
That's a 19 plus 2.
Ooh.
Nice one.
Oh, you click out at 6. It's not gonna be enough time. Boo!
Oh, no.
Next time, mouthy little rat dude. Got it.
Yes.
The dog looks at you, this kind of borzoi, and then looks back over at the robots and says to you, "Smoke off, spacer!" You're not sure if it's a threat or an acknowledgement or a warning, but you've reached him in some way.
I'm gonna take it as an insult.
He's going to reply, I do not know what that means, but again, please do not shoot us. We will not shoot you. Please
Smoke
do
off,
not shoot us.
Velvet!
He's just going to look down to Rylan. What does velvet mean?
Rylan,
know, but I don't think it's
you
a
want
good
to
name.
make a lore check?
Yeah, let's do that. Recall knowledge.
Velvet, street slang, from very narrow sort of street gang culture. Velvet, open it all the way, full throttle, fast.
Shove off. Was that what it was?
Full
Shove off
send.
velvet.
Velvet.
Full send.
It is in this context, you think perhaps positive.
Yeah, I think they want our help.
Well, if it keeps the ship in, if it keeps the ship in one piece, I say we give it to them.
All right, Ven.
Go ahead.
That's one action for you. You have 2 more to go.
Okay.
Ryu, I don't
gonna
have any
kinda-
stream plans on Friday.
Move a little bit forward and move a little bit forward and my turn.
I do though. That would.
Okay, so you're striding. You still have 1 action left. You gonna end your turn there?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything I want to especially do. I don't think.
If you'd
No, I won't.
like, you can stride up to your movement and then take the take cover action.
Yes, I'll do
The
that.
way the
I'll take
bulkheads are
cover.
kind of set up here, there's not a lot of cover to be had, but if you spend an action on it, you do get a +2 on AC.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then, please.
Okay, wherever you want to land, you've got cover. You kind of take a knee, you crouch, like press yourself up against the wall. Yeah, so you like hit one of these kind of plastic coated bulkheads. You kind of throw yourself into the wall, like make yourself as small as you can. There's only a couple of inches of metal separating you from whatever lasers these serializers are shooting. But you're
Right.
able to take a little bit of cover. Rylan, you're up next in 9.
Let's. It's positive. I'm gonna run a little bit closer up here. My speed 25, so I can get here. As 1 action. I'm able to peek around the corner at this, right? Or would that be?
Yeah, you can peek around the corner. I will say if
Okay.
you're not taking cover or anything, you can just full see what's going on. So they're
Okay.
about the size of like a medicine ball or like one of those. They're like 1.5 feet in diameter, white, sleek, kind of blue lensed eye. Sort of so things like gravitic repulsors, like you see a lot of science fiction, a lot of like hovering things and things that are clean, things that don't have smoke spewing out of them at any given moment. These things are exceedingly rare in the Wildreach. These things are from elsewhere. They are clean, they are hovering, they are precise and surgical, and they're genuinely kind of scary. Each one of them has a little, sort of a grid of blue floating, like hard light hexagons in front of them that don't quite touch one another, about a 1/2 inch clearance between each of them. It's just sort of floating field that parts occasionally to let a laser blast out of that central lens. You can see to your left is a closed and locked security door. A quick glance, situational awareness, you see H1 next to that door. I will say also, situational awareness, to the north of where these 2 robots are, is a very large, very heavy door that reads port airlock.
Okay. I can shoot him out the airlock there. Okay, let's see. What's my best plan of action here? I suppose if I'm able to, I'm sure that this door right here is also locked down, correct?
The one here to your left?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh goodness, I could hack into that airlock. And
You'd have to
shoot
be
them out.
physically
That'd be
touching it
fantastic.
to hack
Oh,
into
I
it.
would.
So
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to run up to it. As far as wireless technology goes, some things are rigged up in the Wildreach for wireless. Most things are hardwired for both security and expense purposes. When you're out in space,
Gotcha.
radiation does a lot. Magic does a lot. Like, magic fucks with technology in a way that if somebody throws the wrong cantrip, your Wi-Fi could drop. So a lot of things are hardwired in the Reach.
That's a good point. Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
those
that's looking like my hacking
murder drones
toolkit
that are
I
coming
need.
at you, those are not hardwired, to be so clear. Those are elegant and wireless and beautiful. Bone white.
Wi-Fi.
That's computers. Am I able to hack into them?
What
By chance.
So it looks like you've spent 15 feet of a stride so far, but I think your movement is, what is it, 25?
25, correct, yes.
Okay.
To work with computer systems. I know what a skill is. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything with them
She
by
who
chance.
hesitates is lost. The combat is heated right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to make a decision, even if it's suboptimal.
You are right. I'm going to, for now, I'm going to move next to this guy. And I'm going to take my elemental laser pistol and I'm going to at the lower of the two
All
security
right.
robots here.
With your
Let's-
elemental laser pistol, you kind of level out a shot. You fire off one of those, like, sort of slag-filled laser bolts.
Yes. And I roll a 13.
The dog next to you says, "Oh, grifty." 13. It impacts with one of the hexes floating in front of the bot and utterly dissipates. The slag falls to the floor. Plunk, plunk, plunk. All of its kinetic force robbed.
All right. So that is moving up next to him. Was that my second action or is that still part of my first action?
That was your first. Your stride. So you can stride up to 25 from where you started. And so
Okay.
you went 20.
20. Okay.
And your shot was your second action.
Let's try one more. Let's fire at the same robot again.
You pop off 2 quick shots. These lasers ring through the air. The slag impacts with 2 of the hexes. Both slag pellets, now cooled. All of their kinetic force and thermal force robbed from them drop to the ground. They clatter onto the catwalk.
I look over at the dog next to me and just kind of because I see that there's one dead behind it, another robot dead behind it. How are we gonna take this thing out?
It's vived, Bibby. It's vived. Do you want to make a knowledge check?
Yeah, let's make a knowledge check. Okay. I got a 20 on that.
It's vived usually means it's alive or it's vibrant. It is in some way energetic. You're looking at the smoldering remains of that bot, and you don't see anything alive or energetic about it.
What do you mean by that? That robot's dead.
Not enough time for a whole conversation, though. We're going to end the turn
Nope.
there.
Yep.
He's going to take his turn by falling back, a stride to get behind you, a take cover to get into cover behind you, and then a strike action to try to shoot at the bot you're shooting at. Let's actually give him a roll this time. It fires out this carbine. The bolts dissipate on the hex shield. In 14, the sterilizers get to go. They're gonna move up. They move in unison, a strange, almost hypnotic, synchronized flight. And you start to realize what your Borzoi compatriot means. as one of them swoops down as part of its move, and you watch these little tentacles, like metal sort of arms, these limbs like zap out of it like a gecko's tongue, and bring the plates and pieces of the smoldering remains of one of the bots up to the other one. You watch the plates sort of shift around on its surface, and it grows slightly larger, adapting its structure to fit the old plates from the discarded bot. The other one is going to shoot 6 and 1/2 dozen. The other... no, you know what? The one creating the greater disruption, Ven. Ven, what kind of AC are you looking at?
Ben's AC, you are looking at a...
There it is.
16.
Let's see if it loads. Come on, roll 20. You can do it, buddy.
You can
Come
do
on,
it.
alpha features. Let's try again. It's so cool when it works.
Right?
Let's try a refresh. I am vibing on this music, seriously.
Oh, it's so good.
That is unfortunate. I'm just gonna have to roll some flat rolls here.
Well, those pieces...
Ben, 15 does not hit you, right?
No.
And then a 21 does probably hit you, right?
Yeah. Also, I seem to have regained my health. Let me just...
Yeah, I don't know. It says
I-
19
I-
out of 10.
Yeah, but on my sheet, it said my current hit points were 19, but I reduced to 6 when you bonked me. And then when I hit refresh, I seem to have just healed. So I'll fix that. I don't know. I don't know what the 19 out of 10...
What is
19
your
plus
like
10.
actual hit point total? Oh, there it goes. 13 out of 19. Now it's updated.
Yeah.
We found a bug.
Yeah, it's me. His name is
Hooray, you're the bug.
Yeah. I'm not a bug, I'm a feature. I'm a playable character, I'm meant to be here.
Oh, neat. Hey, so those of you watching at home can see in the demiplane integration for Starfinder 2, there are tooltips that you can click on to check all the different traits. That's gonna be 5 points of damage as one of those green lasers. It sort of voips across you, singeing all of your clothes and scorching your plating.
Coat's expensive.
It's hot. The disintegrator ray does not take you down, so you're just gonna take 5 on top of your. So that puts you at 8, right?
Mhm.
Okay. There we go. Oh, so it takes a minute. The integration between demiplane and Roll20 is a little laggy, so the updates take a second to go through, and sometimes it looks like they're failing. I understand. Well, we'll work around it. Venkish, it is your turn in 11. You have a moment, Ven, at the top of this round. And I will ask you to roll me, I believe Arcana is the right roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arcana is the skill. On a 16, Ven, you take a moment, and the laser causes you to slow down a little bit. These bots are looking for something. There is a target in mind. There's something they are here to sterilize. The sterilizer bots, again, as old as time. And you center yourself, and you feel this sort of pulse that you didn't notice before. With a 16 Arcana, there is something in that cargo hold that you can feel the kind of magic, the sort of ether current flowing towards it. The way the Wildreach works is that there is the ether, there is the Wayfarer, which is connected only thinly to this world, and you ride an ether current into and out of the Wayfarer, and that's faster than light travel. That's how it works. But the ether flows through a lot of things. It's the root of magic. It's the core of emotion. It's the spirit of the universe. and you can feel it flowing towards something in the cargo hold. And you can sort of sense with a 16, at least dimly, that these sterilizers are following one of those flows towards the cargo hold as well. It is, I should say, this way, to the left.
Yeah.
TTRPG stands for tabletop role-playing. Gives
Funny, because
Sally
I
more
actually
money.
have the cantrip for detect magic, so...
Thank you, Moosin. I appreciate you so much. You could use the cantrip to detect magic and get more info if you want.
Yeah, I'll, well, I should probably deal with the robot first.
I mean, yeah, it's up to you.
Okay. Just let me do this real quick. He's gonna kind of like clutch his chest, clutch where he was hit by the laser beam, and then kind of place his hands together. And there's gonna be like a crackle of like black and purple lightning around his hands as he starts to channel the Wayfarer into his hands. And then he's going to do, once it's sufficiently charged, he's going to extend one hand and fire an Eldritch Lance at the first one robot.
Yeah, so the one to the right here is the unbuffed one that didn't pick up any plates. That's the one that just shot you. It's got a little bit of cover. The one to the left is the buffed one who ate up the plates of the other bot. Which one are you shooting?
Well, yeah, I suppose, would a 17 hit the one behind cover?
No, it wouldn't hit either of them.
It wouldn't hit either of them. Then it's a moot point.
It's not. I need to know which one you're attacking.
The buffed up one.
Okay.
I guess, because this one I can see.
Your lance of energy pulses out. There's a distortion in the air following behind it, and it washes over the bot, kind of skimming off of the plating. And the bot, with the sound of repulsors kind of grinding, turns towards you. And you watch as this robot, like, clearly it looks as if it was designed artistically. It's bone white, it's got this ice blue lens on the front of it, and you're watching as that artistic design warps and mutates, and you watch as the bone white plates actually curve a little bit, and you see like they're starting to warm up and become a little orangey to reshape themselves. They're being like malleably modified from those little tentacles on the inside of the bot. It is restructuring the armor plating as it flies, and you watch as it's absorbing the remains of another bot into itself to become something larger. And this sensation of cold and death comes over you as you are looking at this thing. This is a creature effectively like a clock that kills you. It's not malicious. It's not angry at you. It's not even sentient. It's like, it is sentient in the way that a brick wall in the middle of a freeway is sentient. It is sentient in the way that the Black Plague is sentient. And your magic washes over it. The chill of its lack of emotion dissolves your magic before it finds any purchase. We're gonna move on to Rylan in 9.
I think I still want to try to get out of here. So I am going to run back here to
Clickfoot,
the
listen.
door.
Clickfoot, I asked before, out of curiosity, are you like at work? I'm curious what your watching situation is right now, and please feel free to not answer if you don't want to. But Clickfoot, the GM of the Wednesday game, technically we're running in the same universe right now.
New 5 Kofi donation
right.
to Sora Kaiko.
What the hell?
If
Sure.
TTRPG
Thank you.
stands for tabletop
Let's go.
role-playing, give
Thank
Sally
you for the
more money and can answer
$5
the
dono,
call.
10-minute dono. But yeah, Rylan, sorry, it's your turn.
No, you're fine. So I'm gonna run over here by the door. Nidely call the dog here a gentleman for using me as cover. And I'm gonna try to hack that door open.
Girl.
How dare you? How dare you? And yeah, I'm gonna try to hack the door open to get in there.
Give us a computers check. Now,
Do
I'm gonna
a
set a couple thresholds before you roll this.
Sure.
10 is a failure. I'm gonna say, sorry, 15 is a success. A critical success will give you control entirely. A 15 will open the door, and a 5 will trigger something negative.
Okay. Let's do 17.
17. Rylan,
Nice.
you slip up your kind of data pad, you kind of smack it on the wall. It's got a little mag lock, so it becomes like a computer terminal like next to the one you're working on. You're kind of one hand on each terminal. You're sort of frantically touching buttons. And you run a little wire. There's a little like extendable cable that sort of plug into the side of the panel. Because most, again, it's all wired. Most things have an access port.
Yes.
And you sort of... and you see the little red light at the top go to green. The door is officially unlocked. So you kind of detach your data pad. That's going to be one action.
Okay. And then I moved over to it, so that was the second action, correct?
Yes.
okay.
But if you want to take your third, you can exit the combat into the next area.
Part of me wants to, but then I'm leaving my buddy behind.
I didn't leave enough room on this map, so mostly that's going to be a descriptive.
Okay. I'm gonna holler at Ven to try to get here as fast as possible. God, hopefully he's able to. And I am going to bolt into that room.
Rylan, you dash. So you dash into what is a downward slope leading to like a sort of spiral ramp leading down that goes down like a full floor, and you sort of slide down the pole in the middle of it, sort of like a fire pole. It puts you down into a cargo hold. It's dark. It's a little quiet. It's a little musty. Rylan has left the combat. We will get to you in just a moment.
Absolutely.
It is this guy's turn. He's gonna follow you. His discretion is the better part of valor. Then.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The sterilizers move on you.
I nearly picked the subspecies that had wings, but I was like, no, the stronger telepathy will be more useful.
Then we are going to do 2 attacks from each of them.
Okay.
Oh no. I've left my friend to die.
So, what's your AC?
16.
16. That's going to be a miss, a hit, a critical hit, and a miss. So, regular attack, 5 damage. Critical hit, 2 damage.
Oh my god.
So a
I'm
total of
still alive.
7 fire, then.
Jesus.
I'm still alive.
As Ven, you come to realize that the flow of ether in this place, it does flow to something in the cargo hold. And you have a moment of epiphany. The person of import that was picked up by these mercenaries was not Rylan. Wherever Rylan comes from, she's nobody to them. Then it was you that was important. And the sterilizers confirmed it. Whatever it is about you, it's activated these bots and brought them down on this ship. It's your turn. What do you do?
Okay. There isn't a dash action in this game, is there?
You just take multiple moves. Now, they are flying. It will be difficult terrain. You'll have to spend double to move underneath them. And if they have a melee attack and a reaction, they can take it on you. But generally speaking, there's no penalty for moving around an enemy, and they're small enough. They're small size, so they're leaving room for you to like slide underneath them.
Okay. I'm going to first he's going to place both his hands on his chest, and there's like a moment where nothing really happens, and then there's like just like a burst of like brilliant golden energy as I cast heal on myself.
Ooh. Which variant of the heal are you gonna cast? Because there are 3 different versions of it: 1 action, 2 action, and 3 action.
I'm going to cast the single action version.
Okay.
So that I can move twice. So is that just the 1d8, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, I heal for 2 damage. Okay, so I
Your
heal for 2
hit
damage,
points aren't updating for me, unfortunately, so I'm not. What are you at right now?
3 hit points.
Wait, I brought you to 1?
You brought me
Holy
to 1
crap!
HP. Yeah,
Holy
you brought me to
shit.
1 HP.
Listen, chat, you can see. I'm not fudging these rolls. I've exposed my GMing to you. I fudge sometimes. This is not a fudge time.
I was on 8 damage, and you dealt like what, 5 and then
7.
2.
I dealt 5 and 2.
Yeah, your
No
crit was a
way.
2, right?
So you're
Your
at 3
refusal to
officially.
die. Yeah. I'm just gonna take 2 movement actions then. If that's,
Yeah, so it's gonna be 5, 15, 20. Let's see. Hold on. Because you've got a. This is gonna cost double here. So
Mhm.
you can also get to the cargo hold. However, then I will note that these bots will follow you, and we will.
Okay.
I will improv a map.
Yeah, I'll make a break for it then.
All right. Then you slide along the ground, chitin skittering across the catwalk floor, beneath which you can see cables and conduits and lights running. And you dash around the corner. You kind of smash into the wall. You're a little off balance. You're really low on health. You're burned up by these lasers. But you sort of throw yourself onto the pole and slide down into the cargo hold. I'm gonna do what I normally do during these games when I say, hey, role play amongst yourselves for a minute. This is an expanse enduring trick. I'm gonna whip up a Roll20 map real quick. We'll make the board black because that's a nice color for space. And give me a sec, check this out. This is why I
That's
like
like-
Roll20, because I can do this stuff.
DM, I have sent you some DMs as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, nobody can see that. You're
Okay.
right.
Okay.
We're looking for, this is the one, question mark? Go to the map layer. Just a moment, gamers. There is, I was looking at these before, I prepared myself for these a little bit. There are little room. Yeah, here we go.
I'm just gonna
These
go
are some
refill my
cool
water
tiles.
bottle while you map. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Whoa.
Just a sec, gamers.
While you're building that, you said that the cargo hold had the 2 kind of as like fighter ships in it,
Very,
correct?
very small shuttles.
Oh.
They're not combat ready. They're not good.
It's just for us to get out of it.
They're they would be effective for you to use to get out. Yeah, they would be the ship's version of escape pods.
Okay. Would we both be able to fit into one, or yeah, would we both be able to fit into one, or would we each?
Probably you could both fit into one if you crammed. Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to decide if I'm gonna have to fight this dog off to get into one of them.
There we go. And then let's do one of these. It's just cool. It's just cool. Roll20 makes this really easy. I spent like $15 on the Roll20 marketplace, and I can just yoink together a map this quickly.
That's so nice.
All right, but now I need a sci-fi token, which I have a bunch of as well. I don't know if I have one for a ship though, so we might have to fake that. These are mostly map decorations. Normally I would like spend more time on this.
I'm doing it on the fly right now.
I did this so often for Expanse Enduring though.
Hidden behind the screen, if you will.
How many times we were yapping our heads off, and you were like,
Yeah, no, I did this a lot like while you were doing scenes. All right, yeah, I guess I don't get starships here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna check and see. Oh, there's some tokens. Wow, these are kind of cool tokens, actually. These are way too cool looking for the shuttles, but that should be on the layer, tokens layer. Actually, let's put them towards the back door. There we go. All right, gonna move you guys onto this map.
Those are
Let me
way
grab
too
your
cool looking.
tokens. Your token, your token, your token, and both of those tokens. Okay, so Rylan and the Borzoi are down first. There's going to be a round before Ven shows up. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue the initiative from earlier. So I'm going to add a turn for you. I guess I lost the initiative.
I had a
from the
9.
last round?
That I know.
You had a 9?
I
Okay,
don't know
cool.
what I had. But I can look it up.
And let me
I
add
did
a turn
11,
for
I
this guy
think.
too.
believe I had an 11.
Okay, yeah, you can enter that. I don't remember what this guy had, so I'm just gonna roll him.
I think that's what it was.
So he comes kind of sliding down after you, but Rylan, you're there first. You have like a full turn before he shows up. So
Okay.
you make it down into this sort of dank cargo hold. Something smells off down here. There's definitely some spoilage of some kind, maybe water seepage from a pipe somewhere. But it's quieter. It's muffled. It's insulated cargo hold. This is definitely like a freighter that hauls dangerous cargo. And you can tell from the fact that you can't hear the engines or the sound of air coming into the ship's major bulkheads anymore. It's an insulated cargo hold, probably shielded against scans and stuff too. But there you see two kind of almost like terrestrial shuttles, like things that would be just, they sort of look like bugs. They're sort of dragonfly looking, sort of like a dragonfly if it was a snake, like a triangular body with two sets of kind of wings coming off the top a little bit. And you can see that they are strapped with exterior shield generators, as well as some maneuvering thrusters that have been added like aftermarket. You can see the cabling has been like pinned to the body of the ship and wired into it to turn it into a space-capable vessel using an aftermarket modification kit. So they're not really good space vessels, but they have enough shielding to survive radiation. They have enough maneuverability to move around. These won't get you into the ether. These won't hit the Wayfarer. These probably wouldn't survive a jump even through an echo gate, but they will get you off the ship.
I think that is all that we need in this moment, is to get off the ship before it goes down. So Ryland's going to run down to this one and is going to essentially pull out her elemental laser pistol and aim it at the stairs in case anything follows behind her that isn't Vintage.
Okay, so you're gonna ready then to shoot something.
Kind of ready
coming
in
down the stairs?
action. Yes.
Okay, then to ask a question, how do you feel about Borzoi?
I am going to. I'm not a fan, but right now he's not nearly as threatening as the security robots. So I'm just gonna kind of hold him at gunpoint.
The Borzoi boy, aka the Boyzoi, slides down the
Borzoi?
pole and holds up a hand and says, "Whoa, Spice!"
Listen, I need me and my friend to get off of this ship.
Yeah, no, green, understood. Yeah, no. And he pauses for a second and he thinks, 2 ships? 2 of us?
One for each of us.
Yeah, 1 for each of us.
Okay, she's gonna.
He reaches back. You can see the clear gesture. He's doing the math. He's seeing 2 ships and 3 people who need to escape.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
So, like I said, as long as both of us can fit on one of the ships there,
Looking at it, it would be tight. You might be able to do it though.
okay. If we can do it, oh goodness. Yeah, if we can do it, then she's going to like keep her guard up, keep her weapon aimed at him.
But you don't fry Boyzoi.
Yeah, I'm not frying him. I'm just kind of like making
Make a
sure
perception
I'm.
roll, please.
Oh, that's a good idea. Are you performance? There it is. Perception. I don't see shit.
He gets to go first. His pistol comes out in a fluid motion. It is in his hand before you are able to blink, and he pops 2 shots at you. I think a 15 doesn't actually hit you, right?
It doesn't. I have a 17, so.
But you have a ready to action. You react a little slower, but you can take the shot back if you'd like.
Absolutely, I will.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's a hit.
Okay, so I'll do only 2 damage to him, but.
Well, plus the 4, right? This is the elemental.
Oh,
pistol.
right, you're right. Plus the D4.
So 6
Okay, that's
damage.
better.
He throws a couple shots at you. You, in the later edit of this movie, will have shot first. But you do hit him in the shoulder. He yelps. All right, moving down the initiative then. Venkish, you arrive. You're currently above the Borzoi boy with his, and you see that he and Rylan have exchanged laser fire.
Right. Okay. I'm on the ladder, right?
You are above, like at the top. It's actually like the map is just kind of an approximation. It's actually like a spiral kind of ramp that goes down and exits here, but there is a pole you can slide down like a fireman's pole, and Boyzoi is right at the bottom of it.
Would that be one action?
Would what be one action? Sliding down?
Sliding down, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to slide down and, having seen him fire at my friend, immediately cast Gouging Claw.
So, go ahead and make your attack roll with Gouging Claw. Give yourself a +2 circumstantial bonus because you are sliding down at the top of this guy on your attack roll.
So that's a 14 with the extra 2.
14, that's a little bit of a bummer. You slam the claw into his back, but he's got an armored coat, same as Booth had. And it just kind of knocks him forward a little bit, knocks the wind out of him a little bit. He says, "Oi, oi!" But you arrive.
I believe I asked you to not shoot us.
Gouging Claw is a 2-action spell, right?
Yes. Yeah, so that's my turn.
Then it's going to be Rylan's turn in 9.
Let's see. You know what? He fired off 2 shots at me. I'm not feeling particularly friendly today. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pop off another shot at him. He had his warning shot. It just hit him right in the chin.
15. Unfortunately, it's not going to pierce his armor.
Okay. I guess technically. All right, that's my warning shot.
You can, of course, take 2 more attacks if you want to.
Yeah. That was the warning shot. This is not gonna hit either. I'm just scaring him at this point. Yeah, I'm just scaring him.
So you're just full unloading.
Yep.
He is going to do the same to you. Actually, no. He is going to take 2 actions to turn a knob on the side of his pistol and flip a switch and slam it down at the ground, and a third one to sprint towards the far ship. You can hear the sound of energy building in his laser pistol. It's starting to glow red. You think probably at his initiative again next round, it is going to explode. And you start to hear above you the low hum of repulsor engines. As the sterilizers arrive. Then,
Ooh.
they're each going to get an attack on you. We are, of course, testing the rules, and that means going all the way through them. That's an 18 and a 25.
Are they aiming at me or are they aiming at?
Oh no, Ven. Rylan, they're. It's like you're not even there.
Oh no.
They both hit.
Neither is a crit though, right? Your AC is not 15.
No, my AC
Okay.
is 16.
Oh, that's the wrong damage.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
My AC is
6 damage from the first attack.
I think you're down, aren't you?
The second attack is going to give you so death in Starfinder is different. You gain the dying condition at 1 when you are reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
You are now at dying 2 because you took another attack.
Mhm.
When you reach dying 4, you are dead.
Yeah.
So the green disintegrator rays start lancing at Ven from both sides. And this Mystic, before you go down, you have a moment to speak to Rylan or take an action. What would you like to do?
Before, just as he's going down, he's just going to say with his actual voice, "Friend Rylan, it is me they want. You go, take ship, go. Maybe kill Dolphin on your way, but go now."
Oh.
So
Enticing offer.
it seems like Ven could use a hero in this moment.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the only people on this ship are canines. And while we don't have art for the fella, Scott, would you like to roll me another initiative?
Yes, hold please.
Because there's a hell of a commotion going on outside.
Is it a perception initiative? Or...
It is a perception initiative, yes.
Yeah. That's an 8.
All right. Wonderful. I'm going to move you into position on the initiative tracker.
Oh, let's go.
We don't have art set up for him just yet. I know Scott has art for this guy.
Yeah.
But it is Ven Kish's turn. Ven, it is time to decide whether or not Ven lives or dies, and we are going to make a flat check. It is just a d20 roll. Now, to tell you, let me double check the rules here. This is called a recovery check. The DC is 10 plus your current dying value. On a success, your dying value is reduced by 1.
So,
Okay, yeah.
is Ving at dying?
That puts him at dying 1. Instead
Dying
of
1.
2.
Okay.
But that's Ven's turn. Ven is struggling to hold on. Ven is feeling the ether flowing out of his body. Rylan at 9.
God, Rylan doesn't see the commotion outside yet, correct?
Rylan
Wait,
doesn't
is
see.
that
Did you repeat that?
The commotion going on outside, correct? Or actually, because like I said, we gotta
Yeah, no, the commotion is upstairs. You guys are in
upstairs,
so
right?
The body of this ship, you didn't get a good look at it, but you are kind of underneath in like the belly of the boat right now, kind of like being in steerage or like cargo on like a sea ship. This is a different deck of the ship entirely.
Okay. And
to
then
the south, a massive like bay door, like the hangar bay door, with a cargo ramp kind of folded up. To the west is what looks like maybe dormitories with a closed door. To the east is a emergency airlock, and to the north is a small corridor that looks like it leads elsewhere in the ship.
right, and then so am I able to see what's in here by chance?
No, door's closed.
Door is closed. I think Ryland's kind of torn between taking out this dog and rescuing her partner here. Didn't want to.
Is that really your avatar?
It's been all I could find.
You're the friendliest dog on the vessel. It kind of makes sense.
Not knowing how bad Vink is, I think she still wants both of these ships. So, Rylan is instead going to step up to Boyzoi here and attempt to put a metallic slug in his belly.
Okay. I will say I think there is a penalty on ranged attacks if you're firing while you're in melee. I'm not 1000% sure.
If that's the case, then maybe she won't step forward.
Let me check.
Yeah.
No, it can just provoke an attack of opportunity in certain cases. Okay, yeah, no, there's no penalty. Yeah, you move up and go put a slug in his belly.
Oh, 15 doesn't hit, does it?
Things that Huts do when they impregnate their partners. 15 does not hit.
Damn it. Oh,
Rylan, so you move up, and he kind of slams his hand down, knocking your pistol to the side. It strikes the door behind him.
Okay.
You keep rolling sixes.
I do keep rolling sixes. I need both of these ships. I ain't leaving without my friend. I think maybe she'll try to grapple him, maybe push him back to get him away from the ship.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be an athletics against his fortitude.
He's a good roll. That's probably okay. So can you beat a 12?
Now here's a question: do I roll that, or is there a flat? I think I roll that, but I'm gonna double check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna double check because I want to do this right. I want to learn the rule. Give me a second. I don't know Pathfinder 2e that well. It's been a while.
No, yeah, you're good.
It's like grapple and shove. That's... I think it is a flat number. What I want to know is how can we get this music in your game? Well, have I got good news for you. This is by Whitebat Audio. This is royalty-free music for your streams, podcasts, and games. Whitebat Audio has a huge library of royalty-free things. 4.5 hours of AI-free synthwave, for example. And a bunch of things available for purchase relatively cheap.
Way.
See, let me. I got I'll just look it up. Attack roll, range attacks, melee attacks, etc.
Oh, we are in ads.
Oh, we're in ad break. Good timing. Cool.
Yep. Good boy. You want to take a peek?
Say that again?
So do you want to take a peek at what you're looking for? I might go grab a snacky snack.
I'm looking. Yeah, now's a good time to stand up, get some water, get a stretch, get a snack, whatever you gotta do.
Absolutely. I'll be back in a second then.
I've changed my profile picture to a more appropriate. More appropriate.
I don't have profile pictures showing in Roll20, so I can't see it. Oh yeah, it is Fortitude DC specifically. Okay, so it would be 10 plus his Fortitude, which is 17. Do you think Obi-Wan and Gandalf would be friends? Depends on when. I think it depends on when's and. But yeah, welcome to the ad break, everybody. Ad breaks are a really good time to chat with the audience. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hot Cowgirl Summer. It's wonderful to see you. I'm Selly, your game master for the evening. I am running a throwaway one-shot to try to learn Starfinder 2 because scheduling with my friends has been very difficult. So it's kind of like, what do you do when you have a couple hours to kill and your friends are available? You run a one-shot. That's what you do. That's how most of my life went. There were times when I didn't go out without my books and my dice because a game could crop up anywhere. And I am once again in a group of friends with whom I can do that, which is kind of awesome. So we're doing a little bit of a test session using a setting of my creation as a backdrop that I pawned off on ClickFlint and said, "Run this for me," and Click said, "Okay." So we can work out the specifics of how it interacts with the Just Animus and that timeline, if we so please. This can be just as canon as everybody wants it to be. Although I think the magic rules are probably a little different between both of our settings, so. I do so please. I also do so please. Honestly, so Click, I got a bunch of stuff for Roll20 that made my life so much easier. It was like a $20 investment. I got a bunch of tiles and tokens and maps to build out look. I just built a corridor because I needed a corridor. So technically the game that ClickFlint is running is a Dark Matter campaign. And this is a Starfinder 2E campaign. Link me in a DM. I will organize that after stream. This has been really fun to watch too. You normally see people playing TTRPGs on stream, but they're halfway through a campaign, so it's hard to get into it. I have a philosophy about this, Hazel. If you are halfway through a campaign and that makes it hard to get into, I think you could do better as a GM or as a player. I think every session should be exciting. I think there should be something to grab the attention in every session. I think that your characters should be bold enough, your players should be vibrant enough, and your game should be interesting enough that people go, ooh, what's going on here? And even if you've missed storyline, there should be something still going on that is fresh. And I think this is a good rule for your home games as well. There should always be something fresh. So, I don't know. Like, technically, Hazel, you're coming in on the middle. Like, these characters exist elsewhere. There's another campaign going on with these guys in it. Sorry, Noel, did I hear you come back?
I am back, yeah.
Rad. Scott, are you back?
I didn't go nowhere.
Well then, welcome back from the ads, everybody. It is wonderful to see you. Let's resume. Rylan, so your athletics was a 12. It is against Fortitude DC, which is a flat number of a 10 plus whatever his Fortitude is, which is a 17. Which means you try to shove him off the way that you did Booth. Unfortunately, Boyzoy is just too well braced for your push. This is all claw at you. Now come on and die nice and pretty.
Don't mess with me. I got claws too. But instead of using her claws, she's going to use her third action. Wait, is that her third action or second action?
The shove was her second.
Second. She's going to try to fire at him at point blank range again.
Okay, this is your second attack, so it is the -5. It's the second number.
Correct. All right, I got a 19
is a
on
hit.
that one. Thank God. So it's this plus this. 7.
You throw a slug of metal into his gut. Oh, you! And he starts to look really angry. Now, death is a complicated process. It has definitely begun for this guy, but he's not at 0 hit points just yet, and he's still got a little bit of fire in him. And like many creatures in the Wildreach, he is resistant to death. He is going to do everything he can to avoid dying. So you can see he is formulating a plan. The desperation and adrenaline in his blood on this long-nosed, kind of mixed-breed dog soldier have hatched a plan. And from the look that you can see through the kind of yellowed tint of orange tint of his half-face visor that covers his eyes and lets his snoot stick out, you don't like the look in his eyes. He's got something bad planned. In 8, Fix, you take a brief moment to check the comm from the captain. There is an all hands on deck, followed about 2 minutes later by an abandoned ship, followed about 1 minute later by a broad all spectrums mayday. You hear the sound, very, very quickly identifiable sound of air rushing in between the outer and inner bulkheads. This ship is taking on vacuum, and it is not going to survive this. But luckily, you have your projects in the hangar. 2 delightful terrestrial ships that you have retrofitted to work in space outside of Atmo. There's like exterior shield generators that you mount on to various points on it, and you run cabling into the ship's power supply. There's exterior maneuvering thrusters that you weld on in various locations, and you run conduits to the ship's power supply. You adjust the controls. It's a really cool project to do. Like retrofitting a car to drive on the water. It's such a batshit thing to do, but it's your Fix. So please describe for the audience what they see and what you do.
So they see he's about 6. What did we decide on? He's about 6'3", 6'4".
He's a tall wolf, yeah.
Like a brown and tan wolf. He's got a pair of goggles on that have a purple and green lens. He's wearing like a blue, like full body like tack suit that's with like giant metal knee pads, big metal boots. He's wearing like thick gloves over his hands. He has almost like a futuristic body warmer, like a silver and yellow body warmer over the armored suit, and he has a purple T-shirt. And Click, I'm literally trying to have a T-shirt as we speak, and I can't remember the name of the one that he had.
How about this one is Pat D Cakes, roadside food.
That'll do. And there's like a picture of like a bird with like a spatula, and the bottom of it's kind of shredded, and he's got like a big armored belt on, and he's on his back. I gave him some weapons based on like super cheap things. I don't know if you want to check if they're okay before I say
you're cool.
what they are.
We can worry about logistics later.
Okay, so on his back, he has what basically looks like a chainsaw with a sword on it, strapped to his back, and a laser
you broke
pistol.
Up there. A chainsaw with a sword handle, you said?
Yeah, basically, but like a big handle. Like you have to hold it with 2 hands.
Right.
And a laser pistol in a holster on his hip. Yeah, and that is Fix, the mechanic scavenger. Who is
and
a
Fix,
mechanic.
you heard the sound of a laser bolt hit the outside of this door a second ago, and you can see on the interior a little bit of melted spot.
I'm probably just gonna use my action to use one action to just move like into the next room.
Yeah, so you'll have to take an action to interact with the door panel to open the door, and then it'll be another to stride in.
Okay, so he's going to do that. And he's going to walk in and go, what? Sorry.
So you kind of take in the scene. There is one of the dog mercenaries on board this ship, which you know to be a mercenary company, a fairly unscrupulous group, but the pay is good, and they're giving you a ride to where you need to go as long as you help out in the cargo hold. It's been about a month together you've been serving on this ship. You see one of those soldiers manhandling a woman who you haven't seen before. You don't know who this raccoon is. You don't know where she came from. You see a bleeding out mantis mystic lying on the floor with two bone white robots with icy blue lenses on them, surgically attempting to dismantle this mantis. Fix, go ahead and roll a recall knowledge roll. It's at the bottom of your skills. This is a freebie.
Recall knowledge. Where's that? Sorry.
At the bottom of your skills on the left.
Yeah, there's Infosphere. If you click on it, there's a recall knowledge.
Oh, it's under Infosphere. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, where?
So in your skills, at the bottom is Infosphere lore.
Yeah, I think you can do it with other skills as well. I think the various usages of skills, I think for some of them there are like recall knowledges for certain other skills as well. So I was just kind of using Infosphere lore. It's gonna be it's a general intelligence check, so Infosphere lore makes sense.
Right, because I've got at the bottom of my skills, I've got Scrapper, which is intelligence, and Magitech lore, which is intelligence.
Magitech lore.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing to have in the Wildreach. Magitech lore, you are gonna roll that.
Oh, recall knowledge. There we go. I found it. Recall knowledge.
Yeah, this is actually a skilled roll.
Right. Recall knowledge.
And yeah, stay safe, gamers. If you're in the smoke outside, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself. 17, Fix, you identify these things. You've seen them before. They are the death of ships. They are a mobile force. They're basically like an immune system for the Echo Gates. And they sever things. It's sort of what they do. They clearly are targeting that mantis on the floor, Fix, and you're not 1,000% sure why, but you know those things are incredibly dangerous. Those are called sterilizers.
I'm just gonna come in and go, what the bloody hell's going on in here? Who let those ship shredders on board? And who's she? And who's he? And what the hell is going on? I'm trying to work in there, and you guys are blowing up the ship.
Rylan is going to look over at Fix and just frustratingly go, oh god, another one of them.
So the Borzoi mixed breed soldier, the Borzoi, looks at you and says, "Oh, Snarlet!"
Does Fix know what that means?
Possibly.
Fix does he know that?
It's a weird street slang. You're welcome to try if you want to roll an int check.
Sure.
It's you want to go?
You want me to give it a shot?
It's going to take one look at. I've still got an action, right?
Yeah, you do. You've spent 2.
It's going to take one look at Rylan, one look at the Borzoi, and just draw his pistol and fire at the Borzoi.
Okay, drawing a weapon is an action, but I'm going to say you drew it before emerging because your initiative was kind of funky. Fix has a hero point if you'd like.
Yes, please. I would like to fire again.
Come in and have a go if you think you're odd enough. Yeah, that
No.
exactly.
Apparently not.
Fix. You throw off a laser bolt. You're just kind of waking up. It kind of deflects off of like the shoulder plate on the coat that this guy has. But Rylan, in so doing, this wolf has identified himself as an ally to you.
Rylan is stunned and surprised, but is not complaining.
All right, Rylan, I am going to do a grapple. We're going to learn how grappling works. Grapple. Here we go. Grapple, 1 action. Attempt an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC. So what is your fortitude as if you rolled a 10?
If I rolled a 10, it'd be a 13.
Okay, I failed. I am going to try again, but grapple has the attack trait, so it is going to be a -5 on this. Still a nat 20. So it's going to be a 21, and it is a success. It is not a... Oh, no, it is a critical success. That actually is going to be a critical success. You are restrained. Let me grab the conditions here. You are off guard and immobilized. You have -2 to AC. You don't have a movement speed, and you can't use any attack or manipulate actions except attempt to escape or force open your bonds.
Gotcha.
And for his third action, he is going to interact with the ship behind him, and he's going to slap the cockpit release button, and you watch as the cockpit glass kind of slides up. He is sort of holding on to you like a human or a raccoon shield at this moment.
Get your hands off of me.
Oh,
Basically
chill
just
it.
gonna shout.
Chill it and shove it.
Basically just gonna yell, "No, I know you're not about to try and steal one of my ships."
So Fix. I guess Fix, Rylan, everybody gets to see in this moment, the sterilizers, which have been sort of allowed to run rampant. Nobody has really gotten in their way. So Venkish is at dying 1 right now. I'm gonna roll this out. Ven's effective AC right now is I believe it is an 8. Let's see. I want to do this right. Dying makes you incapacitated. All right. Immobilized. Let's see. We're gonna do this right. I need to know what the rules are on hitting somebody. Okay. A -4 penalty to AC. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. So Ven, what is Ven's AC -4?
12?
12?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the sterilizers get to work, and they start cutting with their green disintegrator beams. 2 of these attacks are critical hits. A critical hit against a dying character increases their dying by 2. So we're going to pan away from Ven. And in this moment, Fix, you emerge to the horrifying sight of watching one of these mantis folk. Now bugs aren't common in the Reach. The Wildreach is largely mammalian. But bugs do occasionally wander here from the areas of space beyond the Reach where they tend to dwell. They tend to have massive hive planets and hive ships. They have a strange way of life. They're... it's insensitive to say that they're more in tune with the magic of the universe, but this one seemed to be. You've been below decks most of the time. You haven't seen this one before. You don't know who this is. But in this moment, Ven experiences something that comes for every mystic eventually. A return to the ether. And I think in this moment, as Ven's body is discorporated by disintegrator beams, Ven is able to influence, to some small degree, the rest of the galaxy. And the sterilizer bots are going to slow down for just a moment, recalculating. Perhaps it's just a glitch. Perhaps it's the end of their desire on this ship. Perhaps they've got their target. But they're going to pause, and they're not going to take their next action. maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's the influence of a mantis returning to the ether and finding his way on the Wayfarer. Rylan, and 9, you are restrained. You are immobilized. You have a couple of actions that are available to you. There is the escape action. Is kind of the one you're going to be looking for. Let me double check restrained real quick.
Okay.
We'll just double check. But escape is definitely the action. It's escape or break bonds are the actions you're looking for. It's one action. So you're going to attempt a check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect, which in this case is this guy's athletics, which is a 16. If you said something I didn't hear, I heard your voice very briefly.
Sorry, I said I'm looking for. Okay, I see escape here.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to escape. Escape. Oh,
Grappling is significantly more powerful in this than it is in a lot of other D20-based systems, I'm realizing.
unarmed attack modifier. Okay, unarmed.
You can escape or you can force open. Which I suppose is an athletics roll. But I guess it's the same thing either way. Either way, it's one action.
I'm gonna say, yeah, if it's an athletics
both of them are attacks as
roll.
well. Oof,
Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
Yep.
Could still roll a 20.
I could. I guess I could try again. Oof. Oh, my 20s earlier.
The third one is at a -10.
That's about all I can really do. That's an 8. Oh, it
was close.
well.
So Rylan is struggling. This raccoon is struggling, but she is unable to break free from this Borzoi guy. Fix in 8.
Okay. Fix is going to kind of raise his wrist up to reveal he's got like a metallic wristband, like it looks like part of his glove. He's just going to hold it up and point to it and go, "Oi! If you're thinking about stealing my ship and taking her with you, you got another thing coming. Because if I press this button, that'll deploy Patty, and Patty is not going to be pleased to see you." And he's going to kind of like put his finger towards it. Now you got two choices. You can let it go, and we forget this whole thing ever happened, or I deploy Patty, and she shreds you into pieces. What's your play, mate?
My question is this a bluff? Or is
No,
this an
there is-
intimidation?
There is an intimidation. There is a Patty that he can deploy if the Borzoi if Borzoi does not play along.
Borzoi is not going to be very receptive unless you roll very high. I'm going to need a intimidation check from you, please.
Okay.
You were looking for a 20. This is going to be a fail. He is uncowed. So an action to attempt to intimidate, but it falls on deaf ears.
He's just going to kind of shrug and go, "Well, you asked for it." And he's going to press the button on his wrist. I'm going to deploy my turret.
Let's see if I have art for a turret.
Oh God!
I think I do, actually.
I'm going to deploy my minigun turret.
A little big. There you go. You should have control over that.
Okay.
Rylan is quite nervous because she's still being used as a shield.
So what do we see here as you deploy this turret?
So he's going to press the button, and basically two metallic like silver objects are going to fly out from behind his back, like they're attached to his back, basically attached to his exocortex, and they're going to connect in midair. And as they land, they're going to kind of unfold into two long gun barrels, like just basically like a small metallic platform with two very long gun barrels that kind of extend
How
out.
do they work?
They seem to like extend like longer than there should have been room for them to fit into the two component drones, but they just kind of click together and they lock onto him.
The two guns come up. You've deployed your turret. What now?
I'd like to draw my laser pistol. I know I can't fire it because that's probably on my things, but I'm gonna.
No, we said you had it out already.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you pulled it out before I had you roll initiative. You woke up to the sounds of the ship taking on air, or taking on vacuum, rather. So.
Yes. I'm just gonna kind of point the gun at him again and just be like, "Last chance, mate. I'm not gonna ask again."
That's nice of you to give him another chance. He ignores you.
He's just gonna kind of. Oh yeah.
You're gonna kind of what's that?
That's not my turn, is it? Was that?
Yeah. If you're not gonna shoot him with your last action, then that'll be your turn.
Oh no, I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then go ahead and shoot him.
Just gonna be like, I think he's just gonna kind of like click his head. Shame.
You're looking for a 19 right now, situationally. You're trying not to hit the raccoon.
Yeah.
So, you managed to score up the interior of the cargo hold a little bit.
He's just going to shout to him. Sorry, he's just going to shout, "Patty's taking her shot next, mate. Let her go."
On his turn, he's going to take his move to drag Rylan into the cockpit and shove her behind. You are no longer restrained, but he's going to take the next action to hit the button to close the cockpit canopy. And his third action to finish starting up the ship. This sort of repulsor technology, the sort of maneuvering thrusters start jetting out flame and compressed air. And the ship sort of wobbles as it lifts. And Fix, you can't help like a moment of pride in seeing that this thing that is meant to be like an atmosphere-only flyer kind of lifting off like a VTOL. But unfortunately, it does contain an innocent person. So we're going to put him in here. And that's going to be his action. However, the ship's turned on. The shields thrum to life on it. For just a moment, the sterilizer's colors flicker with a faint bit of purple, and they pause. Rylan, you are crammed in the back. You are squeezed behind the pilot's seat into basically like a small cargo area. It would be really awkward to reach around right now. You're kind of like, imagine like a car seat in front of you, and then there's like an inch of clearance around it in any given direction, and you're kind of like, your knees are up in your chest and your arms are sort of like scrambled in front of you. You're literally holding a gun in your hand, but it's really hard to maneuver it towards the seat. It would be difficult, but not impossible to shoot this guy. But it would be very difficult to eject him from the cockpit and climb into the seat yourself from where you are right now. The seat only moves forward when the cockpit canopy is open.
Okay. So I have. So we're still in the hangar and everything, correct?
Yeah. You're about to not be, but yes.
What if I hack it and take control of it from the back? Potentially maybe opening that cockpit.
You maneuver around and you take an action to flip up your data pad and you pull the little cover off of it. And you like pull the little cord out and you're like looking around and I'm going to have you roll a perception check to find a place to interface. Because you're in a cargo hold. It's not meant to hold prisoners, but I'm going to ask you to make a perception check here, because the result will matter.
There's my high number. There we go.
And on a 22, that's a critical hit in this system. Underneath the cockpit seat, you flip open a little panel, and you find that, again, this is like, it's like a cargo port. So what you have here is basically access to this ship's central computer. You plug in and you start hacking. Go ahead and roll me a computers check as your action. So the DC to interface with the computer, an unshielded, unprotected, not secure computer, is a 10. This is a critical hit. You are in control of the ship. You have 2 actions remaining.
Excellent. Is there by chance an ejector seat option? Would I be able to fling him out of this this ship?
So Fix, here's the question for you as the mechanic. So Fix, these are terrestrial, like basically like a you know those videos on YouTube where the guy straps a big fan to his back and like flies to the McDonald's or whatever? Where he's got like the little like personal helicopters. You know those things? Scott, are you muted?
Yep, I've been muted for some time apparently.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah.
this ship is basically one of those. It's not even quite a crop duster airplane, right? It's fully encapsulated for the most part. It's got a shield generator on it. It does not come with an ejector seat or an emergency eject or escape pod or a secure pilot seat or a parachute or anything like that. Would you have installed something like that on the ship?
I imagine with them expecting it to be rickety as hell, probably. That was probably the first thing he put on. Yeah, most likely, yeah.
Then Rylan, there is such a thing on this ship, and you do have access to it. You see, Fix, what would you have called it? Like, because there's like a list of commands in this vehicle's central computer.
It's just gonna have the D. It's gonna have D.N.D on the thing, on the interface. And when you click on it, it's just going to bring up a thing that says "Dine and Dash?" ?
So, scrunched in the cargo hold of this small craft, Ryland goes through, is exploring the computer system, finds it, clicks on it, and decides to test out what Dine and Dash does.
There is a hissing sound as the shields power down briefly. There is the whooshing sound of the cockpit canopy lifting up rapidly, and then there is a comedic sproing as the seat fires up on like emergency compressed air charges, launching Boyzoi into the ceiling of the cargo hold. Rylan, deal me 3d6 bludgeoning, please.
I can do that.
And what you are looking at from behind, Rylan, is that the cockpit is literally on a heavy-duty spring, like you would see on like a truck suspension. So that's gonna be 12 damage to this Boyzoi, which is more than his 7 remaining. I am going to change the name on this token.
Yes!
And I am going to set controlled by to Noel.
Excellent.
And you're gonna take your remaining actions to kind of pull a lever, and it resets the seat, and you're able to kind of like climb around it as it goes back down, and you sit yourself back in the cockpit. The canopy automatically closes, and the shields re-enable. The Boyzoi struck the ceiling of the cargo hold and then the floor, and is crumpled and groaning.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Next is going to see punished out. Oi, did you press a button to do that? Because it's not supposed to do that by itself. Did you make it do that?
Don't worry about it, darling. You're fine.
All right. Not supposed to go off by itself. I'm glad it works, though.
So Fix, angry rampaging killbots or escape?
He's going to deactivate Patty. He's going to he's going to scoop up the components and like clip them back together, put them on his back.
One action.
And he's going to make a break for his other ship.
Stride, and then one action to open the ship. Time is a little critical here.
Mm-hmm.
Boyzoi is out. So now it's the sterilizers. The larger one of them begins cutting through the outside of the ship. The smaller one of them continues to dismantle the magic user. The problem with cutting through the exterior of the ship is that outside of the ship is vacuum. And when the vacuum comes inside of the ship, things are very difficult. Fix, I need you to make me a reflex saving throw, please.
Oh, please don't space me 1 second after coming.
So the difficulty is going to be 15 on this. A success means you can grab a handhold. A critical success means you can attach like a carabiner and be in full control of the situation. A failure means you will move towards the hole, and a critical failure means you are spaced.
What's the check? Sorry.
15 reflex saving throw.
Up in the top, in the middle.
Yep. Sorry. Oh, he has a +7 in reflex.
That's 20. That's a success. Fix, you were able to grab a hold of one of the cables on the outside of your sort of converted ship as the explosive decompression begins. They say explosive decompression. Now, what that means is that it's not like they cut a hole and it's like water draining in a bathtub. They cut a hole and the air pressure inside is so great compared to the outside that it explodes outward. There is a bang, a ferocious explosion, and the metal wrenches and rips. Sudden silence washes into the canopy, or into the cargo hold. And there is this distant thudding. You can feel the impact through your ship. The sterilizer drones do not seem bothered. The body of the Mystic is swept out into space. Rylan, your turn. You're watching this wolf, who ostensibly just attempted to save your life, dangling by his hands from a cable that has been retrofitted onto this ship. He's got the canopy open.
Good. Is sadly going to watch her former companion get essentially yeeted out into space, already having to watch them like cut up his body in the first place. Let's see, is there anything I can do? Can I perhaps move my ship to kind of block Fix from getting thrown?
You kind of want to like maneuver your ship, like those videos of somebody using a backhoe to push it down on the top of a lighter to see if, like, it's a really precise movement.
Right, yes, a very precise. If I'm able to like tip and like nudge Fix into the cockpit.
Yeah, you could try that.
Like opening a soda can with a backhoe, yeah.
Yeah, opening a soda can with a backhoe, exactly.
That'd be a piloting
check. I assume
check.
there is a piloting check, right? There's a piloting
There
skill?
is, yes.
We're learning Starfinder, baby!
And I'm rolling a 13.
So that's going to be enough to give Fix a bonus, but it's not going to be enough to get Fix into the cockpit. You like flames and smoke and kind of air jets, like fans being used to maneuver. It's loud. It's screaming. And you kind of, Fix, you feel this ship like nudge you in the back, and it's giving you a little bit of a boost. Rylan, for your third action, make a perception check.
A perception check is right here. It's a low 11. And the 6s today.
I would say with an 11, there's a little bit of cargo on this ship that does look interesting. A couple of like standard military crates, some things that are obviously food, some stuff in the webbing along the sides of the cargo hold, like mounted up on the walls, some stray cabling and stuff. But there is one container that sort of catches your eye. It is round and sort of flat on the bottom, sort of hemispherical, and definitely not made of the same kind of stuff as the rest of these containers. It is like a black, sort of heavy, sleek plastic with sort of white banding over it.
Ooh. Do I have any kind of tractor beam on this that I'd be able to scoop that up? Probably not.
Not that you're aware of.
Okay.
But that's your freebie. Fix! In 8, you're getting pulled out into vacuum, and there is a ship behind you that didn't break your spine, but isn't exactly... It's like a foothold for you. I'll ask you to make an athletics check to try to get into the cockpit. You have a +4 on this.
Athletics check.
You're looking for a 20 to fight explosive decompression here.
That's with
+4!
a 4, right?
A 19 +4 is 23! Rylan, you use the nose to nudge this wolf the rest of the way to the cockpit. Fix one action in the cockpit, one action, close the canopy and start the ship. The shields come online. We're gonna stay in combat time as we close this out.
Can I do something before we go?
You can.
Before we think. Fix is going to get his communicator out and just kind of fire it up and just say, "Apologies, Captain. Looks like our contract has come to an end. I'm going to have to find employment elsewhere, I'm afraid." And he's going to drop the communicator down by his feet.
Your cousin, the captain, responds, "It's all right, Fix. See you on the other side."
Oh. You looking for work, Miranda? I know a team.
So, there is we're gonna go into combat time. We're gonna remain in combat time here. The drones, one of them sets about dismantling the ship. The other one moves over towards that strange piece of cargo, the kind of black dome. And you watch as the plates on the bottom of the sterilizer sort of open up and the sort of black tentacles sort of shoot out and latch onto it and begin picking it up. Rylan in 9.
Hey, friend, what's in that box? Do you know?
So you were told not to touch that box. You don't know what's in that box. It was cargo that was picked up at a planetary stop at a muggy place that smelled like rotting wood and mold, and you pretty much stayed inside for it. Scott, are you muted again?
No.
Okay.
That was okay. Let's see. I guess looking through, do I have any kind of weapon aboard my ship?
Fix, are you crazy enough to have put weapons on these things?
Most likely, yeah.
Then yes! You have a rotary cannon underslung under the nose. It's not aimable, it's just straightward, like, fixed weapon. The kind of rotary cannon one would see on, like, an old biplane, basically, but, like, the space version of that.
Okay.
Grungy, eject shell casing, it's belt-fed.
Yeah, let's take a shot at that robot there.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll, please. This is a martial weapon. You're plenty proficient in it.
Okay, so let's see. Would I have the same proficiency as like my pistol by chance? Oh, martial weapon.
Yeah. You just roll a pistol attack.
Okay. Oh, okay. Bet. Boom.
You line up the shot, and looking at this creature, that this is the one that actually did the damage to Venkish. This is the one that did the killing blow. And you line up the nose of this kind of retrofitted in-atmo flyer, and you just squeeze the trigger and you hear this giant white hot wall of physical slugs, shell casings going everywhere, smoke, explosive, destructive, critical hit force. Go ahead and roll me 4d6. And we're going to double it.
Fix is going to watch that and be like, "Oh, it didn't blow up. Excellent, it's working."
1, 2, 3, and 4. So 11, 12, 14. You said double it. That's 28
damage. Rylan, a white hot wall of metallic slugs cuts through this drone like it wasn't there, smashing it into pieces, sending pieces of armor plating scattering everywhere. A weird sort of purple gaseous smoke sort of escapes from the center, and these like small metal balls, like almost like a sack of ball bearings, drops all over the floor, scattering across the cargo hold. And those little balls begin to roll around on their own accord, little magnetically propelled micro drones, like a swarm of something. If you were touching the ground, you'd be in a lot of trouble right now.
Gotcha. I want that cargo.
But yeah, that's an
How do I get
attack.
the cargo? Yep. So I have two other actions. So the
There is a cargo hoist on this ship. There is like a little grabber.
I am going to use that to grab the cargo. It's gonna
So it's a move action to fly over the cargo, and it's going to be a grab action to physically like touch the bottom of your ship to it, and the sort of grabber claw, almost like a little bird claw, kind of closes around it, and you lift it up.
Excellent. I've got it.
Fix's turn.
Okay. So Rylan has the cargo secure.
The weird cargo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine he'd probably begin takeoff sequence if it hasn't already. If that wasn't
Yeah,
part of
no,
his last
you're off
turn.
the ground. You activated the ship. It's
Yeah, let's
hovering
get
at
out
this
of here.
point. Fix an action to open the kind of emergency vent, I should say, the loading dock. The door sort of blows off under a little small blasting charge, dunk, 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 small concussive thuds in the semi-vacuum, and the doors sort of drift out. And, you know, there's no sound in space, but there's totally sound in the Wildreach. Something to do with the ether. It's difficult to say. It's just a little muted. And Fix, you take your third action to push the throttle forward.
Blast off.
Followed close behind by Rylan, carrying the strange cargo. Oh, that's the wrong one. And as the two of you exit into the Wildreach side by side, you have a brief comm about maybe a job or maybe some future work. Rylan, you run a little scan using the sort of ship's analysis, and you can't scan inside of this cargo container. Later, you will find it contains about the size of a honeydew melon, a heavy, slightly germinated seed with one green sprout already beginning to grow out of it, and a sort of biostasis containment, an enormous, like, tree seed of some kind. Very valuable cargo. You will find it to be magically charged. But what it is and what it does, I suppose, is a story for another day. And as Rylan and Fix fly off into the Wildreach, I will thank everybody for coming to our impromptu one-off.
Improv Fairy Theater.
Let's go.
I didn't get space.
You didn't get space!
What?
Well, you did, but
I'm
then you
so-
didn't.